and welcome back to Jasili Games. I'm the Dungeon Master, Jasili, and we are doing Call of the Netherdeep. We're playing some more Dungeons and Dragons, y'all. I'll let the players introduce themselves with a new special surprise.
Hello, hello. My name is Hunter, and today we will be playing Morgen Megen, your favorite witch.
I'm the new special surprise. I'm Travis, and I will be playing something you'll get to find out in a bit.
My name is Saeryn, and I'm playing Aljin, the Storm Sorcerer.
And I'm Ray. I'm playing the Aasimar Paladin Ludo.
As you heard, there is a new player, new character yet to be introduced. We will eventually try and get to that as we recap up. We've been following this main party, the Coven Pact party, as they have started going by. And after winning the grand tournament in Cael through the Bowl of Judgment, they have received their boon by the Emprix, the leader of the city Cael, Jaman Saord, and they have officially joined the expedition with the Cobalt Soul to partner with the Allegiance of Allsight down into Cael Morrow, the sunken ruins before the city. How many proper nouns can I throw in one sentence? We'll find out. But they've battled their way through all these mysteries back from Jorhas, collecting these magical artifacts, intertwined with this rival team that was pretty much humiliated and made light of in that Coliseum final. Last episode, after receiving the boon, the party went and enjoyed and had fun with the celebrations around the city. Seeing some puppet shows, having food and drinks. Ludo went to go pray and just learn about a little bit more about his faith and his redemption arc that he seems to be going through. During that time, Aljin went to go look for a place to stay, and he encountered an octopus in a tank, and he just could not let that stand. So he had to free that creature in the middle of the desert to take it back to the Life Dome Center, where it was put back in water, and he had his friend Larry go help his old friend Carlisle Krugen. Morgen Megen was part of that expedition, but later in the night, after they all shared a dream of a vision where Vrunch the Ruiner came to Cael to destroy it. Well, he came to what the ancient city was to destroy the old utopia that is now forgotten. And there was a single defender, Elixian, this hero of the past, there to stop that blow. After they all awoke, Morgen was haunted by Shadow Dancer and chased it through the streets, following it to the crossings of Eventide, the temple of the Raven Queen here in the city, and was able to pretty much stop an ambush very, very easily. There was a trap laid out for her, and she got that Shadow Dancer stopped and killed it in one blow, finding a nice new fun upgrade for her Verdant Tome. Ludo had found a candle in his journeys in his prey, and I think if you look in your inventory, you should have something there now for that as well.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Let's see.
After that, the party the next morning woken up, and Morgen Megen, a little spent on resources, gathered back at the Cobalt Soul to get their briefings, to go down into the sunken ruins finally. There is some trouble where there have been some agents for the Consortium of Vermilion Dreams seemingly working down in that expedition. There have been leaks before that Aljin and the B team had discovered. And they are pretty much on their way to go into the sunken ruins of Cael Morrow. They were also warned that there is a aboleth that calls itself Elixian guarding this rift that is down in these ruins, and no one has any idea what's going on with that. And I hope that's a good recap. You were pretty much all like sitting out in front of the steps, like I'll say like a block away or so from when you go to start to descend down into the sunken ruins. You've all went and done a bunch of shopping and gathered up materials that you need. And let me change that screen. We find there's so many pages. There we go. As you're all out a block away, you see these steps that begin to spiral down, and there's tons of guards and hands of ward, and you see all these like arcane and magical like wards and barriers, and any resource that can be thrown at this pit to protect it is being used. And you see like how why it's so important that they keep it locked down with all this ruidium and other stuff. But it is pretty much back to the main party at this moment, unless anyone has any questions or clarifications.
What time of day is it?
This would be pretty early in the morning, afternoon. You guys did, I would say, like, just before noon.
Okay.
I 100% thought the dude in the right here was a statue until I realized it's like a bugbear or something. Looks like a
Maybe
crazy.
Goliath.
Yeah, or something like that.
Goliath, yeah.
Or he has tusks.
Yeah. It's
So we're out here. Yeah, man. We're close. Is it? Who do we work with? Man, there's so many characters.
It's been
Was it
so
Prolix? Was it on this one? Yeah, there was a lot of back and forth here. Is this? No, it wasn't
So
Prolix
you've
with
been
this
working
one, was
with
it?
Insight, the Tiefling.
That's right.
She was the one you all discovered back in Bazazan, and pretty much after two conversations said, we don't really want to, we don't like the cut of your jib, so we're going to go with Aloysia down into the ruins.
Yeah, that's right.
Leaving the other blowhard
That worked
behind.
out so well.
So you partnered with the Cobalt Soul to win the grand tournament, and you're working with her. And Aljin, you're basically an ambassador because you were working with the Allegiance on that B team before everyone, half the party, split into the Feywild portal. Yeah, you missed a lot, Andronacus.
There's a lot happened.
Yeah, imagine that.
It's fun.
All right, so are we meeting? Are we meeting anybody here? What are we?
You pretty much you were
for?
given the brief that you were supposed to head on down. Just to recap, it was as you entered into the study. You found a letter that came from the Consortium of Vermilion Dreams, the old hideout that they'd used. There'd been a letter that had mentioned our attempts to gain access to the rift have been disastrous. An aboleth haunts the city. It slaughtered all but one members of our last expedition. The creature calls itself Elixian. Certainly not an aboleth name, but one I'm not familiar with either. But know this, Cael Morrow is where we must focus our efforts, lest the Allegiance of Allsight claim the only known source of ruidium itself. Our key to the rift is lost, but we have a spy in the drowned city searching for it. Meanwhile, we found a new headquarters. No, first eclipse is cleared out. That was a letter that you were told about by the Cobalt Soul, and saying that, pretty much you guys are the only ones who will be able to be trusted heading down into the sunken ruins.
Guys, what do you think the odds are that this aboleth actually is Elixian?
Probably very slim. I mean, he would see Aljin sort of rubbing his head a little bit. He might have had a little bit too much the night before. Probably, I mean, he might react to your. He looks around, like looking at the amulet. He might. I mean, you want to keep that hidden for a minute if it is Elixian.
Yeah, Ludo clutches the amulet. It is. It's like under his armor, but he does clutch it closely. I forget. Was I able to reattune to it?
The Jewel of Three Prayers. You've been attempting to reattune to it in your rest.
That's right.
It seems to be resisting. I'll say, go ahead, give me a quick religion or arcana check.
All right. Boom.
Ooh.
With that nat 20 on the 24, you're trying to like figure out, you know, mechanically, magically, why it seems to not be attuning and working. And I think it's kind of, since you have mentioned how much you do use your divine sense all the time, like I think a flash of that pops out and you're detecting a slight, like a thin vein of like betrayer god infernal essence that seems to be like an oil smear on top of the rest of the amulet.
Ooh. Is this something that can be cleansed from the amulet, or is it?
Yeah, because you're not. You're not entirely certain. Just like the fact that you're even able to detect that is pretty great. But like, you're wondering, you're in a moment of self-doubt about yourself and your god, your faith in Avandra, and you know you firmly reaffirmed last session. Even it's like you don't think you did anything wrong. There should be no failure, no redemption in the eyes of your god. And now you're seeing that there might, like, this is just an infernal ward influence that's like preventing you from being able to connect to it now. So you were right, it was not within or from your god. It was something else affecting it.
Okay.
And I'll pretty much say with that 24, you would have noticed this pretty much happened right after you had killed Cassette. The drow elf.
Yeah.
The priestess of Loth.
I wonder who could be affecting this. Yeah, I think Ludo, with that realization, before, like, while we're preparing to descend, and as he's clutching that jewel, would probably whisper another prayer, just to Avandra, and ask for assistance with cleaning and protecting the jewel, and just protection for his friends as they descend.
And I'll say, you know, as you're making that prayer to Avandra, one of the three gods that have blessed that jewel, this is in an awakened state, and you feel like, all right, this amulet is basically activated the powers of two of the gods that have blessed it, but there's still another third god's power that needs awakened in it as well. And you feel like that, you know, Sehanine and Avandra have blessed it, and you basically have heard that Cael on the Arcart has also had a heavy influence on Elixion.
That's right. I don't think at this point Ludo would be opposed to trying to pray to other gods. I mean, obviously Avandra is his main.
But yeah, you know, the prime deities worked in tandem all the time in the Wars of the Calamity, and there are other connections there. And I'll say, both of you, Aljin and Morgen, you definitely see Ludo pondering over this. I guess to also help, so you can get a face for these people, let me start pulling up some tokens for you. Let me see if I can find them. Oh.
Ludo, like a Pokemon trainer going around just collecting deities.
Gotta catch them all. Gotta genuflect them all.
Gotta pray them all.
Yeah.
But hell yeah, are you two gonna be doing anything else in this moment with him?
I don't think that Morgan would like intervene, but she definitely would like kind of, you know, catch a glimpse of it, and maybe just kind of watch as he ponders his orb.
I was just sort of fixing up, just sort of fixing up the new shard that he got. He's sort of just adhering it to like a necklace that he already had. He's sort of just like putting another charm on it, so he has the shard that he just got, and he's sort of looking at it, realizing it looks a little bit like Larry's tentacle and eyes in it.
other
His
purposes.
new best friend octopus.
Mhm. And then for the blow him up for other purposes, there's Morgen, Megen, and then that is Ludo. Faces help with, stuff. I will say at this point, do they see or hear anything?
They do actually. Into their minds, they should hear a brief muffled speech. Adventurers, if you want aid, meet me behind the building. I'm surprisingly conspicuous, like standing off to the side but behind a building. There really shouldn't be anybody else around. I've planned to make it very obvious that I'm the only one that would be of interest besides all the guards to the staircase.
Rolling an insight.
Yeah. What would Ludo? I guess.
Do you trust the voice that popped up inside your head? Didn't seem. You didn't
I don't
sense
know,
any
a random-
nefariousness from it, but also your thoughts and feelings are your own thoughts and feelings.
I think Ludo, he's been through a lot. He's kind of on guard, but at the same time, I think with a high insight roll, he would be able to sense that maybe this person is being truthful and maybe not trying to set up a trap for them to get murdered in an alleyway.
You say that, or do you just think it?
I think he's just kind of thinking it.
Okay.
Do we know that everybody else has heard the same thing?
So, do you guys hear that voice in your head also?
Yes.
Yeah, y'all look around,
Okay,
see
so-
the figure.
Looking at him okay, so 2 options. Friend, person try to jump us to get our boons and head down there. What do you think? I mean, we're right here next to the hole. We can just walk right in. You can leave him out here. We don't...
I think Ludo would look over at the figure and kind of give a head nod and maybe a slight wave to see how they respond.
None of you know sign language, right?
No.
Okay. He would attempt to sign to you that it over here, and then realizes that none of you actually know it, so he just gives a typical hand gesture. He then also he cocks his head for a little bit, realizing that there may not be a better way to do this, so he pulls out his 2 daggers, his normal daggers, and just drops them, and then puts his hands in the air.
I don't know. It seems pretty dangerous. You guys want to go talk to him?
Yeah, let's go see what he has to say.
All right.
Dangerous is good in a fight.
As long as it's on our
Yeah.
side.
But he looks quick, and don't look like I'm going to be as quick as he is. So what's the problem is I might be the slowest one. And looks over at Morgan, maybe.
When Hunter's character, which I'm terribly sorry I don't have all the names yet, it's going to be a moment.
Oh, you're good.
When he says dangerous is good, that's actually, I chime in. You have no idea how good dangerous can be.
And they hear that in their head.
Yeah, they would all hear that.
Is this how everybody feels when I message you guys from a distance?
Oh yeah, it's a little unnerving.
It really is. You guys should have let me know that.
Message and sending might be the most invasive magic spells in the world.
Yeah, probably. All right, let's see what happens.
Yeah, let's head over. I think we start walking over.
Easy enough. Find a back alley.
As they move forward, I look behind me, and then I back up. I don't show my back to them, but I keep my hands visible.
You all have the moment alone. I will say,
right.
I will show them what they see.
Yeah.
Can you give a brief description, real quick?
Before them is a frail looking, but not, or like smallish looking, but not necessarily frail looking figure in a cloak. He has a mask covering his face and also a scarf around his neck slash mouth. It kind of looks like you can't focus on him 100%. Like something about the image is just blurry. And you also notice that some of the like accents on the robe are red colored. In fact, if you've seen enough consortium members, they kind of look like consortium markings. And it's also kind of hard to tell whether it's a him or a her, like just that androgynous. But it's also extremely hard to tell because he's got a pretty big cloak around him. It's hard to even see where his arms or feet at or anything. Ooh. I guess you... Oh, what the? Okay. I'm getting...
All good.
Yeah, I don't know. There was some weird interaction that happened.
Also, I'm sending you something. This is what I took a little bit extra time figuring out. You got a character card now.
Oh, okay.
They don't get to see it yet.
All right. So yeah, that's the character. Let's see if I can do this without completely messing up. Okay. And again, you don't hear me speak. It's telepathic speech. Adventurers, I'm glad you heeded my call. You're going to need some help down there, especially with the consortium making moves to cut you off. I happen to know vital information to your journey. The only thing I ask is to help you guys during this adventure. You can ask your questions. I'm afraid I won't have much to say about my backstory. I was just a tool, and I am done with that.
Why do you want to help us?
It's better than helping the consortium. And you've been causing enough of a ruckus that, well, it just makes it easy. Consider it a very well-managed bet.
I mean, this is to the Morgen and Aljin, but we did plan on originally having, another member of our party join us until he got pulled into the Feywild.
That is true. Morgan would look to the new figure and ask him, I've made an enemy in the consortium of Vermilion Dreams. If, by chance, we come across a woman named Aloysia, would you, by chance, be willing to turn your blade against her?
The only thing I regret is that I haven't had the chance to do it myself. And I happen to know where she is heading off to as we speak.
No doubt her plans are going to try and interfere with us. I think that I'd be willing to give you the benefit of the doubt. If you can convince these two, you've got my vote.
I think it would be useful to have an additional set of daggers. Ludo's looking up and down. And an additional set of eyes and ears along with us to this journey down below.
Yeah, I mean, probably. I don't know. We don't know what's going on. I guess that it's the best option at this point. Aljin sort of looks at him, not 100% trusting this with the consortium look to him, them, and is going to keep an eye as much as his attention span allows, which is not very great.
Let's see. See, he responds back. I understand the unease that you may have. It's not like your once enemy just suddenly joins your side. Needless to say, my only interest is seeing something different happen. I've been a tool of the consortium for too long. I've grown complacent. It is time to move on. Keep
Guess we're gonna
your
be part of... Go ahead.
Nope, sorry. Keep your wits about
It's-
you. It's never a bad thing to always assume betrayal. But that's the streets. I'm going to have to learn how to trust you just as much as you learn to trust me. Now for the information. I happen to know what the consortium is looking for and exactly how they plan on doing it. You may be wondering why the consortium managed to get their hands on so much rudidium over the days, especially whenever the only group allowed access to it was the expedition. I don't know. Yeah.
Legion's well said, yeah.
Thank you.
Threw a lot of shit at you.
I know.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh my god, I need to get.
You know, yeah, I think they're
Don't worry, we
actually
don't remember
impressed
either.
how
Yeah.
much.
Yeah,
We don't- we
I
don't
need a
remember either
blackboard.
stuff.
Is what I need, like a blackboard to just write all this stuff to be able to look at.
It sounds like you have one.
I
No,
am very impressed at how well you were able to rattle that all off with
Yeah,
how
yeah,
much dump I
same.
gave you.
Same.
I told you, I write
Blackboard.
notes. I have to. I'm too old. Okay. Let's see. Where was I at? I don't know the exact identity, but I do know that there is an agent of the consortium within the expedition's ranks, siphoning off rudidium and handing it off to them. You may have heard already, but I know that there is a rift that is open in Cael Morrow itself, and that rift is the source of the rudidium. It flows out of it. But it requires a key. That key was lost. But supposedly, the consortium members have found what it is, and now they are on the lookout for it. It is a giant great axe encrusted with rudidium all over it. Where this item is at, I do not know. But I wouldn't be shocked if there were ways to divine its location, since that's how they found out what the key was to begin with.
Have we seen this axe?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Yeah, this is all pretty news to you.
I was trying to remember the weapons that the rival group came with, because they all had new gear.
Maggie did have a giant axe, but didn't seem to be a ruidium one.
Okay.
I have to take a moment and laugh. That's funny, Jack.
Yeah, no, the fact that there's a giant ogre named Maggie, and that's the name of my cat this whole time. That's the smallest thing in the world. It makes me giggle every fucking time, and I'm so sad that she doesn't get more screen time in this series.
Okay.
They did, but you didn't want to play 12 characters in every episode.
It's a lot. I just put them on a race instead of like they're around. They're your white rabbit.
Yeah.
Greyhound track. As far as the members of the consortium themselves, I believe that you dealt with a Loth cultist at some point in time. The consortium of today is not the one I had worked for years. It is infested by cultists, largely Loth. Crap. I knew that there was an extra name for that, or a different name. Sorry.
Oh, the spider queen.
You must.
Oh, yeah, just a spider queen. That makes sense. So, it will not be just typical esoteric seekers of the esoteric and and blades that you'll have to deal with. Now you'll have to deal with the agents of the Spider Queen, as they've managed to take over most of the Consortium's operations now, including your friend, and this is where I say that name that I have no idea how to pronounce by looking at it, Alicia?
Aloysia.
Aloysia.
Hmm.
And I think that's the main details.
Hell yeah. Fucking, you get advantage for this session. Good shit.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
That is a hell of an introduction into the campaign.
Yeah, that was great.
Oh, damn it. Okay. Just as a heads up, I did mess up something, but anyways, whatever. It wasn't factual. It was something I was wanting to do in presentation. Whatever. Okay.
All right, you messed it up. You don't get advantage anymore.
Take
Yep,
it back,
yep.
take it back.
All right.
Bye.
You gotta leave now. We got a new guy. in
No,
the
I
campaign.
did take it off. No.
No, take it back.
Alrighty.
No, that really was great. So it
Mhm.
seems like cassette was just the beginning. That means that there are more cassettes. I think we need to delay no further and make our way down. Get there before the cultists can.
I mean, I think we need to delay one more second here just for one important detail, and that is my name is Finian Wave Rider. What is your name? Since I don't believe we got your name.
It's just Dagger.
Dagger. Ludo looks at his daggers and says, well, that's easy to remember. I'm Ludo.
It is a pleasure to meet you, Dagger. My name is Morgen Megen.
Good to meet you all.
Okay, I think we should.
And yes, I find simplicity to be the greatest efficiency. Simple names go far.
All right, how are we gonna be able to sneak a fourth person in here? we got boons for 3.
I have managed to take care of that effect, or that particular issue myself, and I pull out the little badge that I managed to swipe, making me look like an expedition member.
Oh, you're already part of the group, so that'll be easy.
There we go.
You're like, wait, it was that easy? Like, we had to fight
Yeah,
a whole
I mean, I'm not-
tournament arc for this. Like,
Yeah.
what do you mean?
No, he didn't. I have no clue he swiped that. They swiped that. All I know is they produced a badge. We're good.
There
I'm
was
not running an inside check. He's not smart enough to know that or
I
care.
wasn't just given it, by the way. I had to stab a few people.
I don't know
He had
how
to
much
dagger
I know
them.
about this. Just 1 or 2 or 3. Do you use dagger, or dagger?
Sometimes there has to be a fourth dagger.
Mm. Oh, okay.
Liam joke, love
Doesn't
it.
sound very efficient, but you know.
Dagger.
I've also gotten used. Not to be too whimsical about it, but I've also gotten used to this, and I actually flash the psychic dagger to them as if I was making an attack, but I'm really not. It's just
Mhm.
my psychic dagger effect.
Yeah, what does it look like?
So when I do it this time, it actually kind of looks like just like a Qatar hand blade that just kind of comes out of like the top of the fist in a single blade. It looks solid and looks crystalline. It actually kind of looks like a rudidium blade by itself, but you can tell it's not really. And then when it disappears, it actually kind of crackles and crumbles away instead of just fading away.
May I Arcana check this, Jack?
Yes.
Knowing a little bit of background I have of stuffs and things. Nah. 14.
Yeah, I think it's that appearance of a ruidium blade. Like it has those like red veins that pick through, but then it's spectral and it leaves nothing behind.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. Aljin's eyes narrow a little bit.
With
Trying to-
that Arcana, though, you do get a flare of a sense of that energy just coming from them in general.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's that
Okay.
it's something they carry or something, you're not sure.
It looks like his his left hand reflexes back a little bit, rubbing like right above his left thumb, and he sort of pins his eyes a little bit at you. Okay, that's interesting. That's cool trick. We should extra dagger is always good to have. You guys want to head down?
Yes, I believe we've delayed long enough.
All right, you all make your way up to the entrance of the Cael Morrow for realsies this time. And I'll say you pretty much you have your final preparations, and as you walk up, the guards start to like seeing you again in this courtyard. They kind of lock their attention onto you and stir and rise up as you all approach. And one of them, with the big blade and a big intimidating gesture, says, "State your business here."
We're here with the expedition on behest of Zaord. I can't remember his first name. I'm trying, and I can't remember the Jaman. There we go.
Yeah.
Jaman Saord. We are the champions of the arena, and we're heading down.
Yes, and as you say, you feel there's that like magical like as you begin speaking, like what look like arcane runes that were kind of laying over you all that you all never saw, like begin to evaporate into mist and coalesce into these like magical like writs with Jaman Saord's like emblem attached to them. And there's like these like illusory but almost like real tangible, and you see the written law of Jaman Saord take effect. So the three of you have those, and then Dagger, do you present?
This is our expedition leader to take us down to base camp down there. And sort of like looks at Dagger.
I simply flash the badge, acting like basically a guide for the expedition.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you see one of them, like, they start to, like, kind of peer and, like, let me see that, and then, like, the other's just like, well, those are the champions. We see that is the written law of Jaman Saord. Magically, we have to let them in. Besides, I kind of have to use the bathroom. I don't really want to wait too much longer. And the other just rolls their eyes and just like, all right, send a message for coming down. And you see the one, he picks up like a magical like crystal, and it casts like using a stone of sending, and he says, 4 will be coming down. Expect them shortly. And you see they have this place pretty locked down. Do you all begin to go beneath?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do it.
All right. As you all begin to walk down, let me find, I had the right soundtrack somewhere. Walking down this descending staircase, You see it's going to take a long bit of time as you descend further and further going down these stairs. It's a screaming, wide, dark pit. You cannot see the bottom of it when you're standing at the top. And you begin to go down. You're walking for minutes. Minutes pass. You feel the pressure, the tension, the air starts to get hot in your body. Your breaths become quick and short. It's a little tougher down here. The pressure is building more and more, and you've lost track. Are you 100 feet, 200 feet, 3, 4? How far down have you gone? And finally, you come out. The staircase comes out into a little landing at the bottom, and it's like a stone entrance. Goes around on like 30 feet up in the air. As you land in the stone column, you descend hundreds of feet. There are windows in the nearby wall that offer glimpses of a sunken city below Cael. There are magical lights illuminating several of the ruins, but most of the city, the rest of it, is hidden, obscured from view. It's just a brief snapshot of what you see in wonder out of like one of these windows. At the bottom of the staircase is a plain, windowless room containing boxes of archaeological tools and crates that are marked with the emblem of the Allegiance of Allsight. Not far away is a passage that leads to a stone door also marked with the Allegiance's symbol. Leaning against the wall next to the door is an orc wearing the badge of Allsight. He doesn't seem to have noticed you as you have all come down.
Is he looking somewhere else?
He seems like he had message of you coming down, but like it seems to have taken a while, so he seems to be like looking back down like the other hallway and like kind of dozing, like looking out the window, just a little drifty. But you all have your chance. Oh, and he kind of stands up and as he recognizes, he's like, I see the 4 of you come down. Yes, I have word of 4 coming down.
Yep, 4 of us.
Name is Gortag, Ink Drinker. And he holds out a little stuffy, blocky hand. Just like a sullen orc. And he says, oh, yes, may I see the writs?
Sure.
Yes.
All right,
Yeah.
he takes a look at... Yeah. The illusory things are still there, and you have your badge, Dagger.
Yep.
And you are all working with the Allegiance, or the... now the Cobalt Soul is joining this expedition, I believe.
Yeah, I
Yes.
think that's the group. Yep.
All right, just checking off the paperwork.
Real confident, guys. We're all real
Yeah,
confident
well,
about this.
I don't know how specific I want to be with this guy.
Yeah.
Fantasy B&B,
Especially since,
where no one wants to be.
Well, especially since we have Dagger with us now. It looks like, yeah.
Absolute mercenary. I don't know that. That's just
I-
an opinion.
As
Dagger
you
just
look-
gives
Also,
like
we're
a
told-
brief, like half shrug to all.
stands by, you hear the ebbing in the flow of the water around you. As you look
Also,
ahead, he
we're
seems to
sure-
like wave you on ahead, and he says, they will be expecting you further in.
At what point do we have to go underwater?
We have magical wards that are protecting certain passages that lead down to the base, and a few other branching paths out from there. These are magical wards that protect, keep you out of the water, but there are still many elements of the city, these sunken ruins, that are not protected by these wards that you have to, no one really wants to go explore out in the water.
That's a pity. Water's usually pretty nice
Why?
and fun.
Why not?
And he says, there's things out there. You see the sharks circling out in the depths and other shapes and shadows, and he seems to hold back for a second.
That makes sense. I mean, we're encroaching on their territory. But they're not out there just to get at us. Unless they have red marks on them, then they're out to get us.
And he looks at you, like, what do you know about the red marks?
Enough to know that we shouldn't mess with them. We healed a couple people with them, some creatures and stuff with them, with those red marks. Thanks to this one here, he points over at Morgen. She's quite an herbalist.
I've discovered in my travels that the blight can be cured, although it's very difficult.
Well, we could certainly use that sort of expertise down here. You will be looking for insight further in. They will be at the base camp if you follow the tunnel. And he kind of, passes you all on ahead. And as you look ahead, there's a corridor framed by shimmering blue light that extends ahead of you. And there's like a slight shimmering air as you see at the base of this camp, this should be underwater if these are all flooded and any part of the ruins are coming rushing in. But this doorway just has that magical shimmer and seems to be dry and airtight.
It's weird they said insights up here. I mean, that's what they're trying to find is more insight on what's going on. So it's pretty obvious that insight will be up here.
Yes, they hear those jokes all the time.
What joke?
Stone-faced. So, after
the person, I got it. I see where I see. I met them once.
Oh yeah, and you see that they have actually made a mistake. They messed up the twins. Because actually, question is waiting for you ahead.
Walk up ahead and go, all right, where's insight? We were told insight.
You guys go further down into the tunnel and leave the port guard alone.
For now.
That's what
He's
Jack
pretty much just trying to wave you guys on through, just say, hey, just step through the door.
Leave this guy. I had a
He
name for
literally
him and an
nothing.
accent, and that is it.
He's literally just the door guy.
Don't waste that joke in
That's a good
chat. waste that joke when you meet question.
Tell him you have a query.
Amazing. So you all progress. The corridor, framed by shimmering blue light, extends ahead of you. This airtight tunnel ends before a door set into the wall of a submerged building. Above the doorway is a small stone cube that's inscribed with glowing blue symbols. Standing in front of the door are two more guards, a human and a halfling wearing Legion of Allsight apparel and badges. And there are verdant patches of kelp that grow just outside of the tunnel's shimmering walls, and colorful fish flit between the swaying strands. What a pretty sentence. And you see these two guards are pretty much waiting for you as you all come in. I will go ahead and I'm going to roll a d4. As you all enter into this room, in your head, Dagger, you hear a telepathic message come to you, maybe for the first time in a while, and you just hear a whisper, I can't live. I will burn this world with me. But yeah, you hear that in your head, and then I'm gonna have you check your DMs.
So if I can't live, I'll burn this world down with me.
Are you saying that out loud?
No, I'm just reiterating to make sure I got it. Sorry.
Yeah, you heard it. If I can't live, I will burn this world with me. And it's
All right,
just
well,
a whisper of a thing. You guys don't hear that. The two guards see you as you walk in, and they kind of
I think Ludo
see that you were
Ludo
waved
would
ahead.
give him a little wave.
Yeah, they introduce themselves. One's a human, the other is the halfling. They're introduce themselves as Cael and Nadia, and you see that they are kind of guarding the entrance into like what will be the main base now. And they say, "Hi, how? Any news from up above?" The human says.
It's hot and dry.
Do not miss that dry heat.
It's much more pleasant down here. The water's nice.
I like the colorful fish.
They are
A few
nice.
more flip by.
I
But
think Ludo probably looks a little like sweaty. Like, oh yeah, this weather would be great if it weren't for the humidity.
Jesus.
10 minutes about being crotchety old men, about talking about humidity and how my knees hurt now when it gets cold.
That was a lot of stairs. Your knee should hurt.
Yeah, no kidding. That's true.
And they
That's
say, all right. And the little halfling pipes up, just like, all right, I'm sure you're sick of this process for now. Can we just see the badges and writs real quick? They just make sure we do it.
Now, if we made it down this far, what are the odds that we don't have them?
That's what we've always said, but rules are rules.
That's true.
Yeah, for all they know, we've killed everyone until here.
I hope you haven't.
Actually.
Yeah, you see the
Ludo's
other
already
one
got
kind of
his
like
out.
tenses up.
Dagger just shakes his head at that remark.
All right. I will say, everyone, go ahead and give me a perception or arcana check.
28.
Perceptions, but jeez. 10. By the way, I have a
Six.
+5 to that. It's a 10.
Whoa.
Dagger and Morgan will see above this doorway that you're about to enter. There's like that little small like arcane cube with all these like magical glyphs and barriers, and it seems to like be thrumming with an energy. And you both notice like this is placed at a way where this is probably what this magical barrier. This is probably the ward that is keeping this portion of it alive. And
by alive, you mean like the barrier for the
active.
water?
Not rushing in, and yeah. So keeping
Gotcha.
this an
Okay.
airtight barrier. You see, as you've like, because you noticed one kind of above when you first entered that guarded bottom of the stairwell, and now you came through this hallway, and you see another one of these like little keystones up above this doorway. So now you're starting to see a familiar, like you're starting to learn where they place these, and Morgen, Megen specifically, you know, these are vital to the importance of this expedition in these sunken ruins. And you do know they can be dispelled, damaged. There are all sorts of ways that they can be messed with.
Do I see a different path leading, or do I see a path leading to another place outside of the entrance to the building we're in front of?
So it's all been like a linear hallway, but if you're like looking out the windows to like underwater, you see there's tons of like open expanse, and like you see like bits of buildings and other ruins and wildlife throughout. So you know, like, you can get, if you can find any door or like exit, like these barriers can be passed through at like certain points, but you find that there's probably ways to be able to get outside if you so wish. Maybe not through this hallway, but at other points.
Okay. So for the path from the stairwell to here, they've only had one linear path.
Yes. You see, like, they just kind of made themselves a small corridor leading from the stairwell down to, like, in this room up you see up ahead, it kind of will begin to open up into a lot larger.
Okay.
But you see they take the badges, no final problems. Like they said, if you made it through the first ones, no chance you're not going to make it through on this one. He just says, what just sucks, I've been down here, we missed the entire grand tournament, so you're the winners, huh?
Yeah,
Yes,
like
it's
our
quite the
autographs.
spectacle.
Yeah, you guys don't look that tough. I've taken tougher.
Ah, famous last words.
You want to go walk up there and see your captain? See what he looks like now?
And they say,
He chuckles a little bit at that statement.
the little halfling speaks up, I would watch your tone down here. When you're underwater, you do not know what can happen. And all we need to do is call the guards and you will go to prison.
Not with this. Taps the writ. Anyway, hey, another friend was supposed to come down. Has Ayo Jabe come down here at all?
Who?
Ayo Jabe?
Never heard of that name before.
Because you didn't go. That makes sense. You didn't go to the tournament. Okay, just checking. Thanks.
Alright. And more guards, more confused
What?
people.
What? We're underwater. I gotta go fishing a little bit. If they heard the name, it would have been
Thank God I have the
Side
soundboard
quest.
down.
Side quest. Got to catch a fish.
Well,
Alright.
it would be more like along the lines of they might have snuck down. I don't know. We'll find out.
Alright, we're changing the song. This one's called
Thank you.
Glacial Pace.
Because that's the way this is traveling. the scene.
You all keep going in.
Jack's like, get me away from these two characters, please.
They're just people to hem you up. You finally enter
All these
into
NPCs that we're spending way too much time on.
the Legion's base camp lies ahead of you as you're all pushed forward into the next room so they can get done with their shift. You finally get to see it. Where is it now? The problem with having 20 different pages loaded up at all times. There it is. The storage building has 3 floors that are connected by a spiral staircase. The archaeologists are using the shelf space to store journals, recovered relics, and excavation equipment. There are these windows warded by barriers of shimmering blue light that offer views of the underwater cavern outside this structure. There are 3 individuals wearing Allegiance of All Sight garbs and badges. A tiefling, a Goliath, and a Kenku all bustle about. And as you enter, they all kind of pause and look over and see. You know, it's not every day new random people enter in, and they all and the tiefling hails over at you and says, "Oi, who are all yous?"
The winners of the tournament. We came down here for a boon to do some helping and looking around.
All right, and let me see those writs and who sent you down, and let me just make sure the paperwork is in order. And you see a tiefling that looks familiar. So their name actually is insight, and as you've been dealing with Question, was the other tiefling at the Cobalt Soul. But this,
you said are they twins or just
yeah,
sister?
she looks pretty,
sibling?
pretty much identical.
You look real close to someone I know, or maybe are you?
Oh, you're probably my sister then, bruv.
Oh, yeah.
Is
I mean,
that a
question?
question?
Was
No,
that
that
a
was a statement.
question?
Damn it.
Say, I've heard them all. I've heard them all. So, what can I be doing for you? Is what brings you down? Why you joining the expedition?
At this point, Aljin looks at Ludo because Aljin's not 100% sure why we're down here. I know kind of why we're down here, but not on our. Yeah, you know.
Mm. Yeah, I'm trying to think if Ludo would actually divulge any information about Lixian. Well, I guess Ludo would maybe ask about the rift. We heard there's a rift down here, and we wanted to explore it and see if there was anything we could do to assist with the issues that it is causing.
Yeah, we've been having a bloody trouble and time getting down through to there. We have our barriers that go up to a certain point, and there's a certain church, a temple to Corellan that we've explored up to. But anywhere past that, we've had a few underwater Partian expeditions to the rift to explore it. It's the pressure in there is so intense, people can only go in for moments at a time. That's why we've only been able to get small bits of the crystal here, but they say that there's tons more.
So why can't you get to the rift?
There's a creature in there, an aboleth that's been calling itself the name Elixian, and it comes and hunts down anyone that tries to get in there. And our wards that have been erected, they end at the ancient temple of Corellan, which seem to have its own magical way of holding back the water, and we have not been able to breach that yet.
Ancient temple of Corellan. I think a light bulb would go off in Ludo's head, knowing that the jewel is, attuned to Avandra, Sehanine, and hasn't been awakened to Corellan yet. So I think that kind of sparks his interest a little bit.
I've seen a gleam in the eye of a researcher when I've seen it. Does that enlighten you to anything?
Could we have access to or get close to? Did you say the Corellan area was blocked off? Are you able to get to it?
Well, we haven't been able to get in there ourselves, and then the giant Goliath woman, she comes down. She says, "Oh yeah, we have not been able to get in there. It's been so troubling. It's own divine or magical. It seems to be its own little wards, and we haven't been able to penetrate it."
Well, could we give it a try?
Yeah, that's a little bit down the ways. We could show you a map of everywhere that we've explored so far. And then the little Kenku belches out, and there's like, map. And they just keep scribbling down, and the Goliath is like, "Oh, that's so rude of me. My name is Zot. And this is my
Zot.
greatest companion, Scribble." Scribble.
Zot and Scribble. Well, I'm Ludo. Nice to meet you.
Pleasure, yeah. And the Goliath, they come down and shake your hand very aggressively. You can tell they have a very rambunctious nature.
Yeah, I think Ludo kind of matches it. He's excited also.
Yeah.
So, may we have a copy of this map?
We well, here's the thing, and they kind of look over at Scribble, and when Scribble looks down at their writings, they just look at their map, and there's still like a lot of cloud, and they just, my power was not enough, and never will be. What it's not saying is that the map is a little incomplete. We've only been able to explore a little bit outside of our magical barriers, but we've seen the various branching paths that they can go. Incomplete. We're right. I bring
Well,
nothing
maybe
but
that's-
despair.
Maybe that's something that we could help with. Could we help complete some areas of your map?
Oh yeah, we would love that. If we can get a way to either penetrate into that barrier or get rid of that aboleth, or who was because that looks over at Insight, the tiefling, and she says, where has Galio Kerda been off to? And Insight's like, oh, well, you know, Galio, they like to do their own thing. We don't rush them too much. But they were researching some down. I haven't heard from them in a few days, actually.
I don't believe we've met this Galio.
Oh no, they're there. A high elf professor of ancient literature. They do work where they've found a some sort of like library or something down further in. Oh yeah, there's all sorts of great things. Zat is now speaking again. I realize I made their voices very similar for some reason. One is supposed to be more like Swedish. So she's gonna have more yas in there. Oh, but she says, oh yeah, they found all sorts of interesting, great little relics and trinkets, things that, you know, aren't worthy of being sent back up above. But, you know, see that they have like a small collection up on the higher shelves, up on the higher floors where they've made their home.
Quite a collection. So, have you made copies of the map that you have so far?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we could give you. All right, no, that would be Zat response. Yeah, we could do some of that for you. It's just you know, give us a few moments and let's copy down what we can.
Sure. Do you mind if we take a look around at the relics among the shelves?
Oh, yeah, please help yourself. If you find anything interesting, I can tell you all about where I found it and exactly what we think it might have been for. And we're learning so much about this old ancient city. There's all this elvish and orcish influence on things.
I think at that point, Ludo would look over at Aljin and Morgen, knowing that they probably know anything that might be magical or useful, more so than he might. But still take a look around on the shelves and see if anything maybe stands out that could potentially be useful. Or even interesting.
Yeah, I'll say anyone who wants to look around on those shelves, go ahead, give me a investigation check.
I am specifically looking for one of two things. Like, if they are storing any rudidium anywhere in this warehouse / like building, and if it looks like there's a secret entrance or a hidden alcove somewhere accessible from here.
All right, yeah, go ahead, give those looks.
And yes, I do have advantage on investigation.
Yeesh.
I am a skill puppet.
All right.
Well, you just kind of lost the skill puppet. So
15,
yeah.
and then we got an 18 investigation. I'll say, you all find
And a 1.
yeah. With that 1, Ludo, you find an old vial that's like stopped up, and just you can't tell the contents of it because like it's all like clouded, rusted, and like gridded over. But you're pretty sure you found like some great magical potion.
Oh wow! I think you would pick it up and kind of like look in the tube.
As you take a look and open it up, a little like sea slug creature blah, like spits out at you, and just like you see like some like crustaceous creature like trying to hide in the shell, using it as like a new home.
So I'm guessing at that point I realize it's not a magical potion.
Yes. As you are all looking around though, Dagger, you will find a fancy magical ring that you find has some sort of arcane ability to it. It seemed like it was mostly caked over, and why it was missed on like it's like a shiny but like insignificant bauble. It's like a small like engraving of like a metal like work, and it like almost looks like a head of like a ram on it, on the insignia of this ring.
I motion over to one of the whichever scholars closest to me and have them look at it. I at first sign that I have a question about this. I don't know if they know sign or not.
Scribble the Kenku. You notice they'll look at it, like they'll notice you signing, and they'll actually sign back like, "Oh, what's that?"
So I sign. It appears I found something kind of interesting, although on first glance it may not look like it. This looks to be a ring of some sort.
Oh, what's
Have them
that?
take a look at it.
And yeah, and like Scribble kind of and waves Zot over, and Zot's like, "Oh, what's that? I found that in some of the ruins above further, but I just thought it looked pretty."
So I go to like clean some of it off, and it like whatever like barnacles slash on it, it could like sort of just come off easily because it's like been out of the water for a while. And I sign, well, it's definitely pretty, but I think it's also something more than just that.
Well, if you give us a minute, I could identify it, Zot says. Go ahead, do you want to give a persuasion check?
I can try.
Oh man, it should have been an illithid parasite, damn it. I need to pay more attention to chat.
We throw out some good ideas for you, Jack.
Question.
Yes, insight.
Can I basically
Call response.
Yeah. Query. Can I basically try to trick them into like being so engulfed in another mystery that they basically want to do it themselves? Basically, I want to deceive them into doing it because I've made them think something more interesting was found.
Yeah, go ahead. You could make that persuasion or deception, your choice.
Deception. So I basically just play on their want to go and do stuff and make them go off and do it themselves. or to research and explore this stuff.
Oh, yeah. And I would say with a 9, she says, the Zot says, well, yeah, if you give me a minute, just calm down, and I get my ingredients, and they begin to start getting the stuff gathered to begin castifying and identify ritual. But now you see that she's like, ooh, what do I have that's like really nice and fancy? Basically, like she's looking at like what her trinket is now. But could be probably convinced of something. While that investigation starts happening, while Aljin's looking around, you find a potion It's a little bit sludgy. Still seems a little potent. Has like a little bit of that magical potion of healing energy. And this will be a potion of superior healing.
Nice.
And Zot sees you grabbing that, and she says, "Oh, what'd you find there?"
Just looks like an old potion. Has some pretty decent legs on it. Look at it, and he swirls it and just sort of hangs. And goes, "Eh, pretty good vintage, looks like."
Yeah, go ahead and make a persuasion check if you want to attempt to keep it.
You know, my rolls have been junk, but let's try to persuade them into this. Or just roll a crit at that point. I'm gonna waste my one
real
game
junk
crit
roll.
on this. Real junk roll. Look at that crap. These guys, look at that crap roll.
And she
Jeez.
looks at the potion in your hand, and she has that like ring, and she's like, "You said you're all going and investigate that rift, right?" Yeah.
Yeah, maybe get rid of that Illith. No, that's not the word.
Aboleth.
That thing, Aboleth. Maybe get rid of the Aboleth for you. I mean, we might need this. Might help. And that ring might help.
Get
I
rid
don't
of
know
that
what it
elephant.
Get rid of the Illith that's in that's in Ludo's brain right now from that slug.
Yeah, can you make a Constitution saving throw, Ludo? Sorry, no. You see, she will be willing to. She's like, yeah. So go ahead.
As they take the ring and like gather the equipment to go identify it, I look to see if I can find something that looks like a small barnacle encrusted item that looks exactly like that. And if not, I use some of the barnacles and pull a blank ring out of my pocket.
You can give me either sleight of hand or an investigate, like sleight of hand to trade it out or to like makeshift the fake ring that you're trying to facsimile, or it would have been investigation to look for what you actually, were looking for.
Well, I rolled sleight of hand, so
I was
I'm
going
just
to say
going to try
17
that.
sleight of hand will be perfect. Yeah, you are able to make something that looks without further scrutiny pretty surface level what that ring would look like at a glance.
Okay, I'm going to like keep very close to them, almost obnoxiously, and bide my time to swap the items.
All right, and they have that minute that passes while they're casting that identify spell. Or actually, it's going to be 11 minutes because 10 minutes plus 1 for ritual cast. So, do you guys have anything else to do in that meantime? Any questions to talk? So that's Zot is doing that identify spell, and you see Scribble is trying to attempt to scribble out a map. And as you see, anyone who would be looking at Scribble the Kenku can give me a insight check.
Ludo would be. He's waiting for the map. $14.
Mm-hmm. Excellent. And then Dagger, give me a perception check.
Sure. Oof.
10. All right. As they're sitting there sketching out that map, this creature that is sitting there he kind of starts to stare off for a second, and he's like looking at that flame. Like there's like a small candle like flickering like continual flame, and he's just looking at it. And even with that 10 perception, you can't hear the words, but you know how to read lips at this point. And Dagger, you think the Kenku is mouthing, "If I can't live, I will burn this world with me." And they're just staring at that flame for a second. And then they just shake themselves out and start scribbling back at the map. Fury beak.
No, that might be a tough one.
Almost like a whisper.
I am going to telepathically send a message to everyone in the party.
What do you say?
I'm trying to think about that. Be leery. Whatever force is affecting this area has taken hold of the Kinku. So that's telepathic speech. I don't think it's been 2 hours yet, right? Since the top of the stairwell?
Not quite.
Okay, yeah. So I can still talk for 2 hours telepathically. And only they would have heard that. Only the other members in the party.
Gotcha. I'll just send messages.
Did I glean anything from that insight check?
He just seems a little disturbed, and something is like behind that eyes of just like that like distraction of staring off while he was doing that, and then that moment of catching himself, and you feel like there's something on his mind or something that's affecting him.
And I go back to looking at the shelves and try to subtly just use a cast of Divine Sense to see if there is any good or evil celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet.
Yeah, as you layer off with that Divine Sense, you're trying to look for, it detects infernal, celestial, and fey, right?
No, it's celestial fiend or undead.
Celestial fiend, undead, got it. You definitely get an infernal presence right behind you. And then right from behind you, you hear Insight speak up. So what you looking at here? As the tiefling is behind you.
That makes sense.
Nothing else, Frank, that flares up.
Okay. I think Ludo would just grab the first thing that appears to him on the shelf and, oh yeah, this is a great looking anemone here.
Yeah, nice little coral reef and a thing. She says, "Oh, I found that right down in outside. There's like a little sunken tavern out in a little bit of a way. You have to go underwater for that. But I didn't get to go inside the building. But there was a lovely little like anemone garden out there."
You found this one yourself.
Yeah, bruv, that's so good. And you see she takes you points you up to like on the third floor. She takes you up. She says, "Yeah, we have these little breathing bubbles and a couple of potions of extra water breathing potions for anyone that needs them. But we have to make sure that we're only using those on expeditions. And yeah, we can go out a few times. You gotta be careful. When we first started, it was a lot more. We could go out a little bit more, but it's not as much anymore."
Is it because of the aboleth?
Yeah, aboleth and all sorts of other creatures.
Other creatures. Wow.
Sharks and
Can you
angler fishers, creatures with bobbling lights that try to lure you in, and slithering blood maws.
Whoa, okay. Sounds serious. So how do those bubbles work? The breathing bubbles.
Yeah, you could put them on, and it gives you like an hour of breathable air. You could put it on your helmet. That's just kind of, you have to take any like helmets off. You don't really get room for anything else.
Do we have to go underwater to go if we head toward the aboleth?
Yeah, it's somewhere down in there. We haven't been able to locate it. The first few months down here, it was a little bit more easier in it, but it just kind of, as we got further into the rift, and then ever since the latest flare of Ruidus up above, they gave us some reports on up above when the moon was flaring, and down here things seem to get more aggressive, and you can see eerie red lights off in the distance, and it's a little bit more unsafe.
Okay. Well, if we have to go out
I
that
think
way,
after
we have
that,
to...
Ludo would kind of.
Go ahead, Ray. Keep going.
Yeah, I was gonna
Keep
say,
going.
Ludo would. Can you hear me? Hello.
Yeah. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear us?
Oh, I think I'm on a delay. Yes.
But yes, can hear you.
Anyway, okay. Ludo would kind of usher Aljin away a little bit and just let him know that he feels compelled to go towards the Corellon shrine or whatever it is.
Okay, I mean, we can do that. I'm sure they won't stop us. Or if we tell them we're looking for the aboleth and, try to get rid of that, it'll be pretty easy just to go, where we want to go. We just got, do they know where, did they say they know where anything like that would be?
They know the direction, but they just haven't been able to map it out yet.
Okay, well, let's get the stuff. Let's get the map. I got a spell that can help us all breathe. Well, I can already breathe water, but everybody else breathe water, so we can go out without those helmets.
Dagger, you're already able to breathe underwater.
I believe so. I've only experimented a little bit with holding onto the rudidium dragger to do some of that stuff. I don't know why. I was just called to test it out one time.
Exactly. And you found yourself able to breathe under the water here for some reason.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I had just a normal swim speed. It was easy for me to move through water as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the spell allows me to cast on 10 creatures, so it's going to be at least 4 of us, or 3 of them getting this cast on them, unless the Kenku wants to breathe underwater.
I guess you could just put me in there. But, I guess it doesn't matter. Whatever.
What knows? It's a spell slot to do it for 1 or 10 of us, so it's one of those things where it's going to be a thing I'm just going to cast. Well, if we're going to do that, let's get everybody together, and he gets sort of everybody together. Now, we don't need those helmets. Thank you. I'm sure they're great for everybody else. And he pulls out his gourd. It's just looks like a water jug at this point. He opens it up, and he sort of water bends a little bit of water out of there, puts on his fingers, and he snaps. And as he snaps, the water pellets will hit you guys in the throat, like the side of the throat, and you feel like a sensation almost like gills popping out, and then when you breathe air, they shut back off when air hits your lungs. So sort of gives you the idea that you guys can breathe water and air at this moment. Now that should be good for until this time tomorrow. So as long as we're not underwater, then or if we're underwater, then I can cast it quickly. But at this point, we can all breathe underwater. It hit Insight. If she was close, it would have hit her too.
Oh, thank you.
Anybody within 30 feet of me at this point, because they all seem friendly, would all hit it. Yeah, no problem.
Thank you.
Yeah, I speak to the party real quick. It never hurts to have a backup. 1 or 2 of those potions might be worthwhile.
I mean,
I think didn't we get some?
You guys have
I wouldn't know that.
5 different ways, yeah, but the
think
rogue
you
is like,
guys
hey,
did.
grab the loot if you can.
I don't know what other way to do it. Even I wouldn't trust myself with my nonsense going on over here. So I'd be like,
Yeah, there's 2 there for the grabbing. Feel free to load them up into the pocket.
You guys
I
want nothing
will-
else? We can sell them later.
Yeah, I'll grab one just as a backup.
I think I would as well, just in case, because Morgan is, I think, the only one that is really in need of it.
So you all get that, and after those 11 minutes are up, you see Zot begins finishing up that identify ritual spell, and they say, "Oh, it's a ring of the Ram. That's it. It makes sense now." And you see that it has a ram on it. Makes sense.
Wow.
For anyone who needs to know what that does, it has a fun, like it lets you do like a force ram effect.
Oh wow.
Try and find the exact item. Are you going to be attempting to do anything, Dagger?
I kind of motioned to, like, after she's super excited, like, to try to get her to, like, show it off to everybody, and if she hands it to me, that's when I'm going to make my attempt to swap it.
Give a sleight of hand.
Jeez.
6, and she's like, "Wow!" And like, as you hand it back, you give her the fake one, and she's like, "Ah, this thing is amazing, very powerful. You can summon a spectral ram that bursts out, and it does a lot of damage to creatures, and it's a force that should be really useful. Here," and she hands this out to Aljin, like, "Here, you can use this. You were very convincing earlier with that and the potion."
Oh, well, thank you. I'm sure we can put it to good use here. Knocking things down, maybe. I don't really know.
Mhm.
Sort of looking around. I don't know if I would have saw
Yeah, no one would have saw
him,
the swap.
Dagger trying to do stuff. Yeah.
So you have.
But I
So
can
she-
tell them.
So she gave me the ring. She gave me the fake ring,
Yes,
correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Amazing. All right. Yep, I know what to do with this. Perfect. Thank you.
And Dagger has the real one in his
thanks.
pocket.
I will I'm sure we can do something with it. Real great.
All right. And then Tiefin says, "Well, fantastic." So that's insight now, and there's like, so you've said a few different things. We could use any kind of help. You want to go explore the temple? Did you want to go try figure out what's going on with that aboleth? Also, I haven't heard from my friend Galio in a few days. Galio Kierda. I would love to see if they found anything in the Royal Library. It's normally it's not like them.
I think do you have any idea, is the aboleth close to the temple, or is it 2 different directions?
It's things have been a little hard to pin down here. We found you can find branching paths to lead you towards where you need to go. Where the temple is and where aboleth comes from, we're not too sure. Where that has its lair. There's so many places around that it could be hiding, but
I guess
the
I guess
temple
the first
might
part-
be down further. It's if you follow all the warded paths that lead through the library, and that goes takes you down through where that temple is as well. But there's all sorts of I guess it depends on where you're finally trying to end up.
So your
I'm not-
friend Gallia, do you believe they could be in danger, or could they handle themselves?
Oh, well, they have a big old shield guardian with them. They control some sort of golem of some sort, but I can't imagine anything would be too dangerous for them if they they encountered anything. But they should just be studying. But I don't know. Normally, communication is more tight knit around here.
Oh, I mean, it's up to you guys. Where you guys want to go toward the temple and see what's going on? At least check that off our list of Ableth not there, or hey, we're gonna kill an Ableth there.
Yes, I feel compelled to go towards the temple.
Okay, so we'll head that way. You said the library's on the way past the temple's past the library?
The Cael Temple, yes, if you go past down through the library, there should be some sort of path that we have there.
Okay. I mean, nothing else. We can check on your friend and check on the temple and kill two birds. Looks up at the CzePeku. I mean, check two things off the list.
Brought 2 dead birds.
That was good.
No one said that. We should go.
Dagger shakes his head. What has he gotten himself into?
Who are these jabronis?
Yeah. It's just like, this is what I thought my best bet was. Jack, I do have a question. When I look at the map, and this might be something I have to DM you. If I look at the map, do I notice any discrepancies between the information I know versus what's on the map?
When you go to be given, when he goes to show you what he has for like the map of the ruins.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let me make sure I have this ready, and I will put you all over. This is your map. There are a few different paths that Scribble wasn't able to fully complete. There's more barriers down below, and as you get down in there, the warded paths all lead one line, and that's so this hard line is the warded path. Any of these little dots are sunken paths, so this is, you see there's a way you could potentially go out into the underwater from this base camp, and those are 2 other branching paths. So we find ourselves in a point crawl. And you don't know what that point crawl is until you begin going there. You do know the warded path, those are the protected, those are the ones that have been researched and developed, and you do know that one will lead you towards the eventually they say that leads down through the parlor, there's a study and other corridors. So if you go to choose that, you'll see that leads up to that path.
Whoa. You can cloud move it around in the bottom left.
Yeah.
So
It's like we're playing a video game now.
yeah, I'll give a shout out to the Reddit, Call of the Netherdeep. Someone remade the maps, and someone had done like a fun point crawl in the past, but they had used AI assets to it, so I never wanted to use it. And then someone recently, I'll shout him out, Ingoman on Netherdeep Reddit, put this up for people to share and use, and they made this an incarnate.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, that's sweet.
Really cool.
So instead of
I
the
love really
very
cool fog of
linear
war
path that the map, makers had made in the module, you guys can go wherever the fuck you want.
Great.
And
is
with-
this-
Remind me again, what's
Go ahead.
so we're at M3.
Yes,
That's
you're at
like
M3 right now.
0.3.
Okay.
Yeah, you came from the
Okay.
stone column 1. 2 was the
Oh,
other guard
okay,
hallway.
gotcha.
M3 now is.
Okay.
I
And
guess I should clarify.
Library down here.
That would be the
This is the
next
library down here.
worded path that you can follow down, and that leads you through the
Okay.
trail to where you need to go. But you see also there are other potential things off in the distance.
So which path do we know which path goes to the temple?
The warded paths will lead you all the way up until like you can get to the temple, and then you'll have to go through an underwater section basically to get to the temple next.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so their barriers end,
Okay.
and then there's another magical barrier protecting the temple that they haven't been able to they can't make another magical barrier to get to the temple until they figure out how to get into the temple itself to secure the area.
Gotcha.
a level 20 wizard going to town of like destroy water, telepathic force cage, fucking like magical keystone that locks and secures the area and gives you thousands of pounds of pressure to, like it is insane magical architecture at work to be able to even like be walking on the bottom of the sunken ruins hundreds of feet below.
I think it makes the most sense to go from M3 to M4 and then try to get to the
Yeah.
temple from there.
The temple, which I assume is about this area here. I think that's our best bet at this point. It's at least something we know concrete. They need us to check out Gelato.
Do we know where
and library.
Galio went to? That's the library,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, they said the
Gelato,
library. So
right here.
there's going to be some paths and some other ruins, and then that will eventually lead you to where the library is, where Galio of Caerda is reported to be.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah,
So
I say we
get
head
there
that way.
quick. Yeah.
Yeah. And as we prepare to head out further through the thing, I think it's time for a quick break.
Sounds good.
All right.
Ooh,
I will
I love this music.
say this is going to be the one requirement, Travis.
Yeah.
You will need to put your volume back up for the going away music.
Yes,
It's to be right
yes.
back. It's just really good. Also not necessary.
It's very necessary.
Makes us happy. in
It's the
sad
be right
times.
back music. All right. Take a quick 5.
All right, be right back.
Okay.
Oh, it's got even a cute little stinger.
I'm back.
Yeah, I listened to it. And I was like, oh, it's got a cute little stinger at the end. How cool is that?
It's fun, silly. Once it became the be right back theme, it's kind of when things are going at their worst, and I'm like, all right, y'all, let's take a break. It's the reliable. It's the pick me up you need.
Yeah.
But hope things going well so far. Hopefully things are making sense. Literally the definition being thrown into the deep end.
Yeah, actually, yes.
It's about as deep as it gets.
Yeah. It's pretty awesome to show up for a campaign. Oh yeah, by the way, there's an Abelon that you're gonna have to deal with. I'm sorry. What did you say?
Oh, did I not mention that?
Listen, I'm used to stabbing people-shaped things, not other-shaped things.
I'll just say it's gonna be really funny when they find out your stats.
Oh man.
It's the reason I haven't shared your character card yet to them.
Yeah, I was looking at the stat cards in the video, in previous videos, just to get some catch up, right? And I'm like, wait, how did Ludo roll those stats? What's going on here? Why is the Death Cleric having, what was it, a 16th strength or something? I'm like, what's going on?
These people are ridiculous.
Yeah, then I got my roll.
Hey, you know.
Well, I'm waiting. Maybe you don't have a full list of like the corruption effects yet, so.
When they come
I know
relevant.
some of them. Yeah. Okay. That's what.
I will
That's what I
say
was
because I
thinking.
think on the Radium Dagger it kind of lists something. So
It does.
these are
Yes.
so we're gonna be doing different. The Radium corruption mechanics that have showed up thus far have. This is the one time in the campaign I'm actually using 2024 rules. For Radium corruption, I'm applying the 2024 exhaustion effects. So first
Okay.
level of exhaustion, you get it's like you just get like a bonus that subtracts off of your rolls, or like a modifier that subtracts from your rolls based off your level of exhaustion and your like speed overall. So it doesn't give you this blanket disadvantage on one type of specific thing. That then like it's instead of every level of exhaustion being a different effect, it's just a scaling effect of exhaustion that goes up with each level.
Okay.
But that's
I sort of understand that, but yeah, I'm gonna have to.
it's not
hunt
so you're not
down.
going to get the exhaustion of 2014 mechanics from Radium.
Yeah.
You're not going to get that. You're going to get a different mechanic that's going to be its own thing.
Gotcha.
Because how Radium, once the 2024 rules came out, it makes so much more sense to do Radium as it this way.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm back.
But once things get high up to enough level, then you get awesome extra effects. Maybe.
And then die.
Hey, it seemed to
I'm
be
halfway
working
there,
well.
so it's fine.
We've only had one character touch Iridium and one character eat Iridium, but he's in a different plane of existence at this point.
Ooh, eating. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a robot, so it's kind of weird.
Oh.
Yeah, he was the Aormaton of Robot Warforged that to go into his Barbarian Rage, he ate the red Ruidium Crystal.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I have bad news for you.
my character's touched it and has had very bad time with that.
It kind of changed your entire character story arc, and the
Yeah,
campaign
kinda.
split into two parties.
Kind of.
So, everyone back?
Yes.
Yeah.
Music. One of my favorite YouTube channels, Scary Interesting, uses this for all their scary, spooky stuff. So I figure, as you all begin to explore these underwater ruins, let's get the spooky music up. Who has thalassophobia? This guy.
Which one's that again?
Underwater or deep water, deep ocean.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
But I don't think we said it. I don't think I said it. Aljin's a sea elf, by the way. Dagger, just so you understand his look and makeup.
Very.
So you're at home.
Yeah. Very.
Yeah. This is.
watery.
I mean, I've been in a desert for a long time. This is like comfort at this point.
You're just like, can I
Very
like
happy.
get in the water though? Like, I want to go for
Yeah,
a swim.
that's why we don't like going in the water. And Aljin's like, why? Why don't you want to go in the water? It's fantastic in there. It's nice and cool.
I did go swimming in Lake Erie yesterday, and like, as much as I hate water and open ocean and like that shit freaks me out, like once I got back in the lake, I'm like, oh wait, I actually do love swimming in here, and like this is really great. And yeah, I got all my water experience for the campaign now.
Nice.
That's cool. How long did it take you guys to drive up there?
It's like a little bit under 3 hours. Because
Yeah,
we
that's
went to
that's a good
Menor
little hike.
Headlands. I mean, because we used to live up
Yeah.
there, so want to do beach day, and it was pretty much, hey, we're driving up, we're staying at the beach, then we're coming down. So I told like my dad and like the couple friends I still talk to, like, hey, this is where we're at. If you want to come out, we'll be here.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. I
Yeah,
didn't realize
that's
that you were from up there.
Yep. Yeah, I went to, not to dox myself too much, but went to high school at least in Menor.
Oh yeah, I didn't know that. That's where my wife and I had our first little date. Was on Menor Headlands.
Aw.
It's a great beach.
Yeah,
It's really cute.
yeah.
Oh,
It's
awesome.
funny you're talking about up in Cleveland, and I'm heading up there the crack of dawn tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
There's a conference up there that I kind of need to go to because reasons.
Yay, capitalism.
Namely,
Oh.
I'm unemployed.
Oh,
High five. No.
that kind of conference.
Hell yeah. Well, you all begin making your way through the warded path. You have a few chats. If you have any other questions or conversations you wanted to have with the three people here, the Tiefling, the Kenku, or the Goliath.
Once we turn a corner away from those three, I just walk up to Ludo and hold the real ring out for him to pick up. I say nothing. I don't
Oh.
even tell him telepathically.
Okay.
Aljin, you watch him
When-
give Ludo the
When
real
Dagger,
ring.
when Dagger walks back, Aljin walks up. He's like, "Hey, I saw you're really eyeing this thing up, and they just gave it to me. So you can go ahead and take it." And hands you the fake ring that I'm not paying attention to it.
I think for a moment at just throwing it away, and I'm like, you know what? I'll pocket it for now. Who knows?
And who knows?
A moment of sentimentalism. Very rare for Dagger.
Man, I would love this ring, but I already have 4 items that require attunement.
Yes. Hey, at least one
Or
of them's
items.
refusing to accept you right now.
Oh, wait. I thought it was Ludo who had the ring. I'm sorry. Whoever was gifted the
Aljin,
ring.
yeah.
I have
Okay, Aljin,
the-
sorry.
Yeah. Is it do you have to be attuned to it? Requires attunement. Oh
Yeah.
man, it's the time in the game where attunement slots become complicated.
Just because I give you an item doesn't mean it needs used. It's a good
Yeah, I
item,
know.
though. Let y'all figure that out as you all begin to go forward into the next path. In your head, Morgan, you hear a telepathic message. They were right. I bring nothing but despair.
Oh. Everyone, I just heard a voice. It said, they were right. I bring only nothing but despair. I'm pretty sure the Kenku said that at one point.
Did you recognize the voice? Did it sound familiar or just weird, disembodied?
Weird and disembodied. I don't believe I've heard it before.
Can give an insight check.
Sure. $15.
So say this one's on me for not having as iconic stand out enough of a voice, but it kind of almost sounded like the bleating of Elixian. Like you have heard that voice before. Someone begging for help.
2 of them have heard that voice before. The other 2 have not. Aljin wasn't around during that dream.
Can I make an insight check to see if I've heard that voice in the past, DM?
Yes. The one that you heard in your head, yes.
Yeah, earlier. Okay.
Now that Morgan has mentioned it, even on a 12, it sounds familiar.
Oh, I have advantage on that too. Why? I don't know, but I do.
Oh, okay, well 17, even better. You definitely recognize that voice from your dreams.
Okay.
Now reflecting on it, it actually sounds like the voice of Elixian that I've heard in my dreams.
You have a name to this voice?
Alexian.
Yes, we've encountered visions of him before, and quite a few of them actually.
So have I, though I've never knew who it came from. I suspect more than simple coincidence has brought us together, unfortunately.
You know, if you're familiar with this voice, then it actually brings me a strange comfort having you here. I know now you speak truth, and it's not coincidence at all. We need to figure this out, and fast. If this is the voice of Elixian, we have a lot of work to do in freeing him from the prison that he is in. That being said, I've noticed another thing here too. They said that an aboleth haunts this place. Dagger, we've come across a sorrow sworn before. Fallen angel from the battle between the prime deities and the betrayer gods. Something that had come into a great despair, and it fought back at us. I'm wondering if Elixian isn't suffering a similar fate.
Dagger just sort of shakes his head. Like all of that stuff just flew over his head.
Character or the player?
Both, but definitely the character. He, to my understanding, he has no recollection of any of those things.
Yeah, that is all news to you.
Yeah, like I deal in the here and now and stabbing stuff, not ancient mythical lore.
Mm-hmm. But definitely that fleeing nature of a haunting dream and that vision, it definitely seems to resonate with something familiar.
Yes, I have experienced that.
And also, Aljin, good memory when you were Mox. The players, they did experience a Yeah, yeah, I'll let you.
Wasn't it also well, Mox had that on this team, then wasn't the moon also there on the other team? And Trixie got to shoot the moon. Wasn't that also
Yeah, so you have seen a red
Elixian moon?
Beholder type thing, yeah.
Yeah, did it have a name on that one as well? I remember one of the moons.
You guys didn't get a name that called, like, you,
okay.
Aljin, didn't hear it call that self that, but Ludo and Morgen and Mox were there for that.
Yeah, I couldn't remember which character had which.
Things got very confusing.
yeah. No, so that wouldn't bring up the Elixian. Just from their talk about it would ring a bell, but that's about it. And no, Aljin did hear Elixian because in the very first we got the jewel through prayers. We heard we had a little bit of that.
You had the vision of the dream the night before as well, but
that's right.
He might not have called himself Elixian in that dream particularly.
Yeah. Okay.
Actually,
just trying to get my lore correctly.
Okay. That actually reminded me of something because I do know something, and also about the bar. Wait, you said Elixian.
It called itself both names.
I've heard that name before. Many of the cultists at the first eclipse, the bar that was one of the headquarters for the consortium, many people recall having dreams and hauntings of a red eye within the moon gazing upon them. And it was saying that I am the first eclipse. I am Elixian. The consortium definitely has linkages to these things.
How are these all related?
Well, we won't figure this out standing around now, will we? Off we go, yes?
Aye. Yeah. Yep.
Dagger just nods.
Yeah, you have no idea. I'll say Ludo, Morgen, you guys definitely have a pretty good feeling what he might have been talking about. Seems how it tried to kill you. But yeah, you all, unless there's anything else to go over, it's all the just lore and experiences, and it's any moments that you guys have had and encountered, you are free to share as things pass. As you keep making your
just
way
pointing
through
out there that there's a lot of red in this campaign for some strange reason, huh?
Very red. It's once I'm
like
done with it, I'm gonna I'm gonna not use red in anything for like the next year in my Photoshop after I'm done with this camp. I've had to use so much fucking red on everything. It is a lot, but anyway. Before you are the ruins of a once magnificent house of white stone. The ceiling has fallen through, leaving the marble floors littered with masonry, broken bed frames, and other furniture from at least 3 collapsed stories. A staircase leads from the entrance hall to the upper level of the main room, and walls of blue light hold back water on all sides, leaving the interior dry. It appears to have been some sort of royal guest house or some sort, but it now appears to be a empty husk, mostly picked clean of valuables by the researchers who have come through. And Morgen and Dagger specifically, you will notice the keystone for the wards is above like the northern door. That's like the one that you entered in from. Let me 1 second. You find... I believe it should be this one. To give you a map visual of what you see above you. Yeah, just to help make that work a little bit. Let me copy tokens over. So pretty much it's you guys see what you see there. Feel free to ask any questions about the surroundings, anything that you want to investigate further. You see that this bottom room parlor is a roofless chamber that's filled with rubble from the collapsed upper floors and the staircase that once led up to them. And the study up above, there's ruined study with enormous chunks of masonry, but, you know, who knows what you all might find there. And I'll basically say you,
Where
Does
would
it
you
look like anyone's been up to like the 3rd floor at all?
The area does look fairly picked clean, but, you know, people could always potentially miss stuff or you're not sure how recently people have come through. Because this is one of the first paths off of that main vast camp base, but also I need to... Represents Dagger. Can you control your Dagger controller character?
Not yet.
Can be controlled and edited by Dagger. Save changes. There we go.
Yep, now I can.
Excellent.
Thank you.
For a second there, my token was off of the square with its squares, and it really bugged me. I got it. I'm good.
As you make your way through, so there's nothing like you just feel your fit. You hear your footfalls as you walk through. It's like that silent eeriness. You just occasionally hear noises coming from the outside and the sunken ruins as things move about. You see wildlife and fish and creatures all fluttering about, and like the brief glimpses you get through to the outside. You guys keep rolling through. It pretty much actually you started up at the top section. I realize because you're coming up from the north, so here's the bottom parlor room. I mean, it doesn't matter, but yeah, you guys just explore as you want. But you see a path leads down. There's those upper balconies of the upper parts. You can like take the staircase to go up to.
These are just ruins, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it seemed to be some ancient parlor room, some like guest house or something.
Are there actually fires burning?
Yeah, there's like small continual flames that have been enchanted as like, so you see like the allegiants have definitely been through here before, as they make their way through, but you know, who knows what all is in here, if anything.
Do you want to hang around, or do you want to just head through this, or do you just want to leave? Ludo's just running off into rooms.
Yeah, you see there's easy ways to get up to the upper floors and stuff.
Maybe we should, while we're here, look to see if there are any signs of is it named Galia? Is that the right name?
Galio Kirda.
Galio?
Let me find a way to give you that name.
Well, Galio was in the library, right? This isn't really a library. Or is this part of the library?
No, you feel it's a path that leads you towards it.
Okay.
Does this place look like it's been more or less picked clean of any like artifacts that might be in here?
For the most part, it definitely seems fairly picked clean, but you know how well of a job the people who looked before, like you see there's all sorts of broken vases and like tapestries and bottles and all sorts of artifacts and knickknacks and like what might have been scrolls and jewelry. So like up in the top level, if you take some time to go explore, you see there's just a bunch of like books and scrolls all strewn about, and you're not sure like, hey, this could be something picked through there, you know, someone, it might all be on the floor for a reason because it's already been as thorough as it gets, but it's pretty much how much time that you guys want to spend to be able to look through or not.
I want to look to see if it looks like anyone's been through here recently.
That one will be a survival. That would be it'll also be anyone else that'd be looking for the tracks of Galio to see how recent has someone been through or not. That would be a survival. Anyone looking for any items particular or any goods that have been like glanced over, that would be an investigation check.
Can we do both or just one?
Each person could do one or the other, or give some other person assistance on their roll.
I'll assist Dagger if he's looking for Galio.
I'm on the lookout for anybody being here recently, not just Galio.
But yeah, just your general survival.
I'll assist you. I have proficiency in survival, so I'll assist you.
Yeah, as you help point out all the tracks that Ludo just made.
Yeah.
All right, so you can roll that
I
with
can
advantage, and then
Yeah, I'll just help you out. You can roll with advantage then.
Oh, okay.
I don't have proficiency in that.
All right. Survival with advantage. Let's see, a 19 or I'll take the 19 there, DM.
excellent.
Not the crit fail.
19's pretty good. Hey guys, I found Scroll of Wish. Yeah, someone's old scroll, just like, I wish the kids would stop making a ruckus late at night, and you're just like, oh my god, it's a natural spell. And Morgen, what are you gonna do?
I feel like Morgan is not super interested on this level. Perhaps when we kind of ascend a little bit more, she'll be kind of paying attention to just kind of any of like the items around. Like she wouldn't pay too much attention to like the scrolls on the floor or anything that's like broken or buried under rubble. But if she finds something like on a bookshelf, on a wall, on a broken desk or table, she might kind of pick at it or, just see if it's worth anything magically. I don't think she cares about anything worth like selling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, go ahead and make that a perception check.
We got a 10.
You do find like old histories and books that are like, hey, these are the tales of like how people lived in the city, but it's like more of like the mundane details of like people's shopping lists, or sometimes you get in like grievances with neighbors. You find essence of like there was a portion that you find that here were a bunch of spell scrolls that were kept, but you find most of the ones that in this area that you are looking at currently have seemed to have like withered away, but you can like still tell like the enchanted vellum and like like these were all waterlogged and sitting underwater for hundreds of years. So whatever in the current power you're looking at, there seems to be no magical essence of anything. I will say, Aljin, with that survival check, you have not found people that have come through here too recently. Like, there has been a slight bit of dust that settled now that, like, it's a airtight area. But just like how some things have been knocked around, you notice something large has moved through here. You potentially remember that guardian that Galio was said to have. You do notice there's not that many tracks that lead to the upstairs from like previous journeys of people that have looked around. Like the third floor, it says Copper complaints. Yep, Enos here.
Yep.
Yep, there it is. I was waiting for it.
You're like disgruntled trades. I'm like, oh yeah, it's him.
The bitchiest elf. They kept an entire catalog of all their complaints of their shipment. Yeah, no. So petty, I love it. But Aljin, you notice that the third floor isn't as traversed. Like, not many people have gone up there, and that's where, like, that kind of leads up to in this area where there's a bunch of spell scrolls and stuff.
That way has not been traversed as much, or it had? has not been.
Not as much yet.
So these two areas, nothing. But it looks like it's going this way, or it looks like it's going this way.
Yeah, this way takes you further into the actual sunken ruins. And
Okay.
this seems to be like an upper second floor that's mostly crumbled in.
And I'm sorry, which way did you say the footfalls were heading of the large machine?
Further in,
Thing.
towards
Further in.
the it seems to be like an access corridor that leads further down through the sunken ruins.
Okay. All right. So up there, they told us that Gelato, right? His name is Gelato. Had a large shield friend that was like an automaton type thing, and it looks like that's heading this way, and he sort of points toward this direction, the southern side. He's like, sort of that way, so we can. Well aware how to pronounce the name there, Jack.
Oh, I know. It's these names are ridiculous.
Yeah, I have it spelled differently, but the way I pronounce it. But Aljin's known to misspell it or mispronounce everybody's name. But yeah, I think he's this way. So the library's probably down, and he points the hallway down there. It's like that way, unless we want to go up and see what anything else is around. Do you want to just investigate around here? Just go see if we can find the library. I mean, that'll get us closer to the temple there, Ludo.
I'm all about moving towards the temple, but we are here, so if you guys want to explore up above, I'm not opposed to that.
Maybe take a quick peek up there, see if there's anything that might try and trail us through, or if there's anything of interest. I wouldn't spend too much time on it, though. We should press forward soon.
I mean, I don't know if you guys want to check upstairs. Let's go up as a team. Let's not send one person, up.
Yeah, let's go.
All right.
I guess we go up
Let's
the
check it
steps to
out.
see what's upstairs.
All right. If you guys are taking a little bit more time, you can let someone spearhead an investigation check.
Who has a good
can do that.
investigation?
I
Well, yeah, the person that has advantage on it.
yeah, freaking advantage.
22.
22.
In amongst these little bits of fallen rubble, you see there's a small. It was hidden because you're actually starting to move some stuff around as you're shifting through, and you find an old spell scroll case.
I kind of just pick it up and motion to the two casters. I think this is for you. Actually sign it to them in some fashion, forgetting the fact that they don't understand sign, but
Morgan would sign back to you, and it's just nothing. She has no clue what she's doing. All right, let's take a look at this.
So yeah, you can make a Arcana.
Yeah. $22.
I mean, yeah, you guys get all the good stuff. You found a spell scroll of teleport.
Well, this might be nice for a hasty escape. We have a spell scroll of teleport, although I am incapable of casting it. Finian, I believe this is for you.
Oh, I mean, take a look. Being a sorcerer, not magically inclined, or magically inclined as in he, just knows magic. Looks at it, is like, oh, okay, oh, interesting. And he pulls it across and looking at it. It's like, yeah, we can use this, I think, later on. Teleport is a spell I did not take, but I could have taken. So this is good to know.
That's the
I
7th
have to look
level
up
teleport.
Oh,
5th level is teleportation circle.
that's true. Oh, okay. So I would have to roll for this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, teleportation circle I could have taken. Is teleport on mine? I'm sure it is. I just gotta do some research real quick. But
I'm
anyway,
currently looking it up too. I'm almost there.
you're almost there.
It's a race.
It is on the Bard, Sorcerer, Wizard.
Yeah, I should be able to do it then. It just might be a
Yeah, it'll
being a
definitely.
level 7. I'll need at least a roll on it, but I can do it.
Might be good
You
to have.
or a group. Yeah. Cool. So we'll be able to use this later on. I'll just tuck this somewhere. He looks at, trying to figures out where to put it. Here. I'm actually looking to see if I have a spell scroll. I don't know, because one of those things like, will Jack ruin me if I like say I put it in my pouch and then we go underwater and it's ruined now? And he's like, "Here's a scroll."
I mean, it's kind of
It came in a
survived
case,
underwater
right? It came in
already.
yeah, you said it came in a case, right? So he
Yeah.
puts it back in the case and then puts it on his belt. Scroll of teleport. I will forget about this until it's not necessary.
Hey, why'd you forget about
Yeah.
me?
Yeah, all the bags of things, all the talking bags of things.
All right. Well, I think you feel like, all right, this
Ooh.
spell's picked through. There's nothing jumping out, no surprises or nastiness waiting for you in here as you keep going. But very thoroughly investigated. Do you guys have anything else while you're here?
I think that
think so.
satisfies Morgan's curiosity.
Awesome. So let's.
Nope, I got nothing else.
All right. As
Cool.
you make your way through here, you will find back at the map typewriter of bolding. No, you need to roll a 30 with that somehow on investigation.
Well, I made that joke a few sessions ago, and you gave me an inspiration for it.
It's still out there somewhere. So you see the map has opened up a little bit more from where you're at, that there's another barrier. Like, this is a warded path. Don't mind the small. So like the super small ones are the underwater sunken ruins, and from M4 to M5 seems to be a barrier.
Okay.
But you see there's some other spots up and around that are starting to access themselves. You see there's like a small garden, like in like a wooden structure off in the distance that's like out in the haze that you can see out through the water that leads out towards what would be M6 on the map.
Does that look like it's going to the temple?
Probably opposite direction. If it's it seems to diverge from the warded path that's all like not underwater. That one that leads off in the distance to M6 is underwater, so you're starting to go off the established path out into the more unknown.
Gotcha. So M5 would be towards the temple.
Yes.
Okay. You guys, I'm really drawn towards the temple, so I'd really like to go that way.
Yeah, I mean, let's. I'm okay with that, Ludo.
Morgan, Dagger, any opinions?
Yeah, I think
Dagger
we
just shrugs.
You guys move on and start heading through. You make your way through into the barriered path, heading towards what seems to be off in the distance a crumbling guard tower of some sort. As you make your way through this tunnel, this corridor, cold water drips from above as the wards surrounding this ruined tower flicker. Resting in a shallow indentation in the middle of the floor is the stone cube, 6 inches on a side, that hisses and sparks. In your head, Aljin.
Oh, man.
Here. You were right. I bring nothing but despair. Why have the gods forsaken me?
Dagger, did you just get really emo?
Dagger just
Did I
shakes
just
his head
heard-
no.
Okay, I just heard someone in my head then, and I was kind of hoping it was you just having sort of a bad day. I'm gonna guess that's not great. So we might be getting hopefully closer to the. Do we want to get closer to the aboleth? But he's talking to me now.
I think we need to. We need to figure out if it's really Elixian or not.
As you all enter this area, who has a passive perception of 15 or higher?
Morgen.
Moi.
Both of you,
Nope.
or whoever has that, notices a silhouette of a shark slowly circling the tower. You feel as long as this barrier remains in place, it won't be a problem.
You said this cube is kind of on the fritz.
Seems to be in the center, hissing and sparking. Here.
Are we
Okay.
at the tower or is this in the path?
You're in the corridor leading up towards it, but this is all like... This
Okay.
is all one, like, leading up into this tower. There's a large, like, open space, like, up ahead of you. This all seems to
Okay.
be one part of the path before he leads you to the next destination. And with that 18 perception, you also, Morgan, see like a little flicker of flames from out in the ruins in that path leading towards M6. You see just like small little dancing lights, and then a larger red glow off in the distance behind that towards the east. So coming from like past where M6 is a larger red glow. Small little flickering dancing lights over by the M6. All of you see now that point out the shark circling in the middle around the tower, and then in the middle of this corridor in the floor is this hissing, sparking magical cube.
Okay, I am going to cast a spell on the cube. We're going to hit it with a mending. It says it can physically repair magic items or constructs, but it can't restore the magic to such an object. So I'm just intending for this to give a little more stability to it, maybe stop the hissing and whirring. As far as the power of the enchantment, though, there would be no effect there.
Go ahead, make this an spell attack roll.
All right.
Ooh.
22.
You feel like it's going to take at least the minute for the casting time of the mending spell, but you will... It will stop hissing and sparking. You feel like you can fix that, and the functionality of the magic item is not changing. It's just not going to be as weakened, and you feel like you might potentially be able to extend its life.
I'm going to stand guard as he's doing this.
As Morgan's casting the spell, there seems to be no effect on anything like outside of like this, like the shark not changing its motions.
The
shark's like up in the top where the water is like being held up, and he's circling around the top of the tower. Is that what
Yeah, he's
we're-
above the
we're picking
magical
up?
barrier, yeah. The magical barrier that's preventing this. I don't know if you guys can see on the map or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so cool.
Yeah.
That is.
Oh, I thought that was a bug on my screen. That isn't Sprite.
It's a swimming shark.
Wow.
Yeah, I get to use my tools. It really
Can
does
we-
make it spookier, though. It's just like, wait, oh god, it's
Yeah.
there.
You're like, what?
Yeah.
Can we tell? Can we tell from here if the shark has any Ruidus
yep.
form?
Because you called it out, no roll required. You are very familiar. You see the telltale veins of ruidium. It is corrupted.
None of that. All right. I think Ludo is also going to, like, at first his initial thoughts were to like continue checking out the area, but noticing that the shark is infected and seeing that Morgen is casting a spell, he's going to be watching this shark and just kind of like making sure that nothing happens to Morgen.
Yeah, both of you are standing over watch while Morgan does that. Aljin, anything in this minute?
They're looking up and across. I'll be looking toward the lights here on M6 just to make sure nothing's strays coming at us or nothing weird on that side. Just sort of watching the back a little bit.
Yeah, you're not seeing any motion from outside of the thing. Go ahead, yeah, you can give me a perception check.
All right.
With that 10, it's far away, you can't make out explicit details of anything. It seems to be some wooden structure, sunken, submerged, but there's like cracked stones and like there a field of kelp that surrounds this building. A small light emanating from the interior, but the part that catches you, I think you get hung up on, is the state of the kelp. It's not fully a natural growth. It looks like manicured somehow.
Almost artificially grown, or
Yeah, either artificially
like-
or like someone's like there's care, like you can tell the
planted.
tales of someone tending to it, basically. Like
oh, gotcha.
they're not as wild and natural, like the natural craziness of like plants, so they seem to be like following neat rows and like lightly trimmed and stuff like that.
Kind of. Okay. So, jeez. So he sort of makes a mental note of it to look for a possible druidic person coming around this area, because he kind of tends to know a few of the, Ashari style of
The
people.
locals.
Know some of the locals.
But yes, from there it seems this path can lead out towards somewhere off towards the east as well. Morgan, I'll say that mending has finished. You feel that this cube, as long as you don't disturb it in any way, it is still on the fritz. Little trail, but like it won't be weakening as rapidly as it was. Like before you started casting your mending on it, you realized like, oh, probably the next time someone came through this passage, it was probably going to give out. Now you feel like you might have extended that a little bit.
Okay, I finished my spell. I feel like this will last a little longer, but definitely not indefinite. So let's make haste on our way back. And let us not have this whole water collapse on us, because that would be bad.
It would hurt, but we can all breathe water at least.
Yes, but I'm not looking forward to all of that pressure.
Yeah, probably tear this building down on top of us also. Anyway, this is the temple, right? We're at M5 at this point.
You feel like
Is
this
that
starting
correct?
to get so this is like the guard tower, and you feel like this path
guard
towards the
tower.
temple is following the solid line path, and that will lead you probably you think this might finally be getting towards that library.
Okay.
All
Do you
right,
want to check the
let's follow that
temple, or
path.
do you want to just, check this guard tower, or just head through, like just buzz right through here?
I mean, does the guard tower look like there could be anything there?
No, it's all mostly crumbled. Like there's not even like stuff to look through really.
Yeah. Yeah,
A
I
giant
say we
shark that
press
wants to
on.
eat us.
I say we press on.
Right, you all.
Yes, and
Yeah, Dagger nods.
yep, I think the shark would scare off anything else around here too. So press through, I think.
Mhm. So for purposes, here was the path that you were on. Morgen fixed up that cube. You guys make your way from the north, and I'll bring you all the way down to the south. And you make your way through into the hall of the Royal Library. One second. Let's make sure. It's a dry, air-filled hallway enclosed by magical barriers illuminated with continual flames that run along on the southern side of it. The keystone is above the door, seems to be fully functioning. And there's a door in the north wall corridor that leads to a dry, air-filled library. A door in the south wall has a flooded chamber beyond it, with a protective barrier across that doorway that holds the water back. And then all the way leading out to the right to the east is another smaller barrier, which you can Ludo specifically, you've been looking out for this, you can see up to the ruins of the Temple of the Arcart.
There it is. Just the temple.
So do you all keep rolling through?
Yeah.
So do you just keep going right towards the temple? Do you look into any of the other rooms?
So this is the library, right?
Yeah. You see that this starts to branch off into probably the library.
Do I see signs of anybody here recently?
Yeah, since you were keeping out with that survival from earlier, you definitely notice a lot of fresh tracks coming back and forth through here.
No particular direction.
Leading towards into the library, royal reading room, like further into the building. So I'll say, basically,
okay.
for purposes, let me get. Yeah, as you all peek in, and then now I have the map up, it shows it a little more better. Let me bring you all over. As you peek in, you see the doorway that leads out to the right. Boom. So further in, you do see a exasperated female elf sitting atop a pile of rubble. You all came in through this southern end right here. So there's the path. This will lead out to the right, to where the barrier ends. And then there's up here is where you see the elf. Even though this magically illuminated room has been drained of water, the smell of rotting, waterlogged wood fills the air. Bookshelves lining the walls are filled with tomes and scrolls that have been turned to mush by centuries of submersion. And a female elf is sitting through the rooms As sifting through the room's detritus. What a weird write-up. She's seeming exasperated. Standing near her but looking in your direction is a 10-foot tall construct. Its bipedal form made of metal, stone, and wood.
I
Galio,
telepathically
you?
speak to everyone. Well, that would be our our linguist. I'm not going to be able to say that right. Linguist expert, right?
Large construct, small person, small elf. Yeah, that should be her.
Galio.
Oh, who are you?
No, he just
Obviously, you must be with the expedition to get this far, but I've never seen you down here before.
Ah, yes, I'm Ludo. We're with the expedition. We're actually the champions of the tournament. We heard that you haven't sent word back to your friends lately, and they're worried about you.
Insight likes to get in a huff. I'm fine out here, just a little bit of trouble. And I'll say everyone make a perception check.
Ooh, good perception
24.
checks.
Yeah, everyone but Dagger. You notice her clothes are a little ripped up, but you all see, like, she's definitely been through some battle recently. Like, there seem to be, like, spurts of, like, red and cuts and, you know, like, little wounds and stuff underneath.
Ludo's going to approach at noticing that. Still kind of cautiously, but
Yeah, as you approach,
trying
the
to,
shield
like-
guardian comes to intercept you and, like, holds out the sword. And she's like, you're fine right there. I'm sure you're all on the up and up. And you said winners of the tournament. I don't have time for
Yes,
such frivolous
yes.
distractions, so... Always thought that it was gonna ruin the integrity of the expedition, letting a bunch of cutthroats and sellswords come through here. Do you have anything specifically that you need from me?
Not necessarily. However, I mean, no harm. Ludo like raises his hands and I noticed it looks like you may be hurt. Are you okay?
Just a little trouble with the natural wildlife. Just trying to go out and explore a little bit, and sometimes, you know, things come up at you.
May I assist you?
Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Sure. $19.
Yeah, you see, she disarms a little bit. She says, "Healing magic, you say? You're one of those godly types, I assume."
Yes, I am.
Sorry, just I will allow it. And you see the shield guardian backs off a little bit.
All right, Ludo still approaches cautiously, but gets close enough to like reach out and wait for, you know, kind of like the okay.
Yeah, she gives you
touch
the
her.
nod. You see the thing
And,
steps up and is like waiting just in case.
Yeah. Can I tell like how hurt she is?
A little bit. Give a medicine check while you're at it.
Sure. A 17.
She's looking really bloodied. And she seems to be a fairly high level elf. Like high elf sorcerer. But they're probably halfway down of what they have. And they seem to be a powerful spellcaster.
Ludo is going to touch her and expend 20 points of lay on hands.
Yeah. What does it look like as you lay this lay of hands on her?
Yeah, so it just looks like his kind of like golden aura emanating from his hands in kind of like a stringy form as he touches her, and it kind of wraps around her, curing some of her wounds. Obviously not fully, but maybe enough to like make her feel a little bit better.
Gets her a pretty good amount of the way up, and you see she gives a little sigh of relief as like the wounds close up on her. So obviously she won't look as bloodied as she does in this image anymore. She's like, well, maybe you're not as useless as I thought. Maybe you can prove your worth to me. I've been looking for some sort of clay tablet that has a sigil sequence on it somewhere else here in the library, but I haven't been able to uncover it yet. If you're able to, maybe I could have some information for you. I assume you're looking for the rift and something with that.
Yes we are. And in fact, we're making our way towards the temple, and I was hoping to discern some more information on what's warding the temple from access.
Yeah, our identifies and all of our spells haven't been able to determine the nature. It seems to be a divine type of ward, something tied with the belief and power signature specifically of Corella. Seems that they place final protection of sorts on this lost temple for the final moments.
I see. Well, my friends and I may be willing to help you out in the meantime. You say this clay tablet is suspected to be somewhere here in the library?
Yes, I just haven't been able to find it through all of this nonsense, but I don't know, maybe I was just trying to catch a break and rest up before searching myself. It's the underwater chamber over there, and she points off to like a different room.
Oh. Okay. Ludo looks back at the rest of the party.
What was everyone else doing in that conversation?
I was just watching Ludo, making sure, because he had making sure that large protector thing wasn't going to attack. Just the whole time he was just watching that happen. Make sure he didn't have to get Ludo out of there quickly.
I think Morgan would have paid most attention to the sorcerer themselves and just kind of like making sure that like Ludo's healing was effective, and I guess also trying to kind of gauge as like how hurt they were, and if she kind of needed to come in and help triage a little. But I think that he's got it.
So proud of him.
There's a little pride there, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, you heal up, and they point you towards a little submerged room that's underneath. Trying to see. I thought I had the map for that, but it's a little bit closed off. It's a damaged water-filled chamber. With your natural high perceptions, you do see some sort of swarms of fish down in there that seem to be they've broken through, and this area is like open to any wildlife from the outside.
Well, I say we pop down and see if we can find this tablet.
Alright, you all heading in there?
I say yeah, unless anybody has any objections.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that's.
Is there a way to take a look before plunging headfirst to see there's not some nasty waiting for us?
Yeah, go ahead and give a perception.
Why would we do that?
Look before you leap.
You definitely do see this water-filled chamber contains a swarm of nasty-looking fish, and they're all swirling, riding around and writhing, and pretty much on the hunt.
I relay
is what
that
you
to the
see.
party. Yep.
All right. Well, before we go down, then Ludo is going to cast aid on the party. Oh,
Be-
right.
Before we go down again, do they look like actual fish? Knowing sea life, do they look like like natural fish, or do they look like something like an abjuration
Now
or
that
anything
you
like that?
see them, go ahead and give a nature check.
Nature +4. That's okay.
They do.
6.
They're natural fish. They're not an abjured, an enchantment, and a summon. They are a natural. You're not familiar with these type of fish is the problem. So I think it's whatever this
Okay.
area is, whatever corruption and stuff seems to be in this area. They seem heightened and aggressive. The way they're flickering and flitting around, and like just like how the swarms keep moving and bunching and together. Like you see, like maybe occasionally they'll like one of them will take a nip at another bit in the swarm.
I have as a species, as a part of one of my traits, friend of the sea. I can communicate simple ideas with any beast with a swim speed. It can understand my words, but I cannot understand it in return. I'm going to just sort of look down and talk to it and be like, all right, friends, we're looking for something, and if you could all calm down a little bit and just sort of let me come through quietly. It'll just be real quick unless you know where there's a tablet. And like I said, I can communicate with these things. It understands me. I cannot understand it.
They seem to
I'm
get
looking
more
to see if I
aggressive
can-
to it.
that sucks.
They get more energized.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever sensation they're experiencing is fairly new and wild, and
My
you
hope
get the
was
idea.
to
There's
calm
no,
them,
yeah,
and that didn't. Yeah, my
you
hope was to
feel
calm
there's
them.
no
That
calming.
didn't work. Okay. There's one more thing I can try real quick if you guys don't mind. These things seem to be sort of very angry. I can try one more thing before we go down to see. I'm not trying not to kill them, but I'm going to try to like maybe pacify them for a minute. And I shove my hand in the water and hit Shocking Grasp into the water.
All right, because they're a little bit further away. They're in like the middle
Okay.
of the chamber. If you
Gotcha.
put your hand in, they are going to start swimming up to attack you, basically.
I'm going to do that because I'm assuming in the... Okay, I don't know that. I'm just going to put my hand in. When they get close, I'm going to hit, thinking the water with the electricity from just the cantrip will maybe get absorbed or get amplified maybe through the water. Kind of hoping something like that happens. So I'll put my hand in. When they get close, I'm going to hit Shocking Grasp to see if I can get them to at least disperse.
All right,
Maybe.
yeah. Is it an attack roll or a save?
It's an attack roll on my side. And 21 to hit.
All right, that will hit. Damage.
It was only 8. I mean, it's a cantrip. It's only 8 points of damage. And so I'm just kind of hoping to disperse them a little bit here with this.
You see, because it's a swarm creature, that specifically of the close nature of them, of how they are, we've done a few different ideas of underwater electricity rules since there's no mechanical thing for it. I think the last I was thinking was creatures in like close proximity have a chance of getting an aftershock. I'll say for the sake of this being a creature that's a swarm, they will be vulnerable to this. And they will take that. I will have everyone now roll initiative. So we're not
Really
doing a
just kinda
traditional
hope.
battle map. This corridor is about 30 feet long. You have a feeling that the swarm of Sorrowfish, they can cover this space no matter what, wherever they're at in this room. If they want to come and attack you, they can move through anyone's spaces and start nibbling at people. So it's not necessarily, either get rid of the Sorrowfish swarm, or you go down, search what you need to do, and then get back out while they're still attacking you. Those are the current options. I know there's no tokens on the map for this, so we're gonna figure this out. We bring tokens over for us to be able to click on.
Yeah, sorry.
No, that was on me. I didn't
all
think that
rolled.
through.
Minus one of us, we all rolled really well.
So yeah, you're all pretty much in the beginning here. Aljin will be at the front.
Yeah.
And then, so we're not going to use, this isn't going to count, movement, the ruler won't count as, actual, space, just a little bit theater of mind, a little bit of 3D spacing it. But, yeah, I'll update everyone's rolls. Do the clicks. There we go. Alright. What was Aljin's?
10. I changed it.
Okay.
10.
Morgen, were you at 3?
The first one was 6. I rolled the 3 to get me up there for you.
Gotcha, thank you. Ludo, you had 8.
8.
And then Dagger will be at 20. Alright, and I'll need to... For the sake, here's the fish. Just gotta put them on. But they're pretty much an environmental. They're taking up the entire space when they need to. Dagger, you'll be at the top of the round.
How big of a swarm is this?
They take up a medium space as a swarm when they concentrate, but they have a movement speed. So right now they're all at the very front where Aljin is, because he moved in. They came up on him.
Yep.
But instead of me putting a physical small token on a swarm that can, at any moment on their turn, they can get to any point in this room, and they can move through anyone without any worries or attacks of opportunity.
Okay. Can I? So, Aljin or Aljin, put his hand into the water and was basically able to shock and grasp them. Does that mean I can attack without getting fully into the water and reach them?
To do anything, you all have to completely be submerged into the water.
Yeah.
So
I start
he pretty
pulling
much had to
forward,
get himself entered to go into it to make
Okay.
that a shocking attack.
Well, I guess I'm gonna just enter at the very beginning of it, and if I'm in melee range, I will make an attack. Otherwise, I guess I'll just throw a psychic dagger.
Get battle music.
Yeah, so if I enter in, I'm gonna use a psychic blades attack. So 11 to hit.
11 to hit the swarm.
Yeah.
We'll miss.
Okay, I'm gonna disengage on the bonus, which I can do through cunning actions, and then get out of the water.
I mean, if you
I
don't want to
also-
disengage, you don't have to, because they got hit by a shocking grasp.
Is that only for the person that affected it, or is that for
No,
everybody?
Yeah,
it
lose
can't.
the
It cannot
reaction.
take reactions. It loses reaction until its start of its next turn. So
Oh,
you can move back without getting an attack.
Oh, well, if I don't need to use a disengage on the bonus, I guess I will use the Psychic Blade bonus attack. $19, is that the right roll? That is the right roll. Yep. Okay, so it looks like... Oh, that is still in effect, isn't it? So...
Yeah, is your Psychic Blade still a finesse weapon attack? I think it should be.
Yeah, it's a finesse weapon.
And it's the first time you hit, so your sneak attack should apply.
Does it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's sneak attack doesn't apply on the it's not the first attack you make each turn you do a sneak attack. It's the first attack that you land. You can choose to apply sneak attack whenever you hit.
Well, it has to be
It's within melee
at
of Aljin.
advantage.
It's right next
That's
to me.
right. Somebody else is there. Okay. So yeah, I guess the sneak attack hits. I was thinking about the other effect.
Oh, for your other dagger? You don't get that.
No. The thing that you DM'd me.
Oh, yes. Okay, yeah.
So the first roll is the bonus on the target. The second roll is the effect on me. That's halved since it's all psychic damage. So I take 3 points of damage. Right?
Yep. Yeah, you see as he makes an attack, he winces through the mask somehow, you can tell.
To shudder.
Body language.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess 17 plus 6.
Alright. So, yep, all that damage added in. That's a movement, attack, and bonus.
23. Oh.
Yeah, then I'll move out of the water.
Yeah, alright. Now it'll be the Sorrowfish's turn. They will use their ability to swarm and occupy another creature's space, vice versa. So, for effective purposes, they are swarming you, Aljin, since you're the only one in the water. Because you were within 5 feet of it and it just dealt damage on its the turn, to go ahead and give me a wisdom saving throw, Aljin.
Wisdom save.
Yep.
All right.
All
16.
right. This virulent sorrow tries to overcome you as their attack, but you hold it off. But now that they are swarming you and you are in its space, they are going to hit you with a desolate drain. So you need to make me another wisdom saving throw.
There it is.
All right. You will
8.
take 23 psychic damage, and you are stunned until the end of this creature's next turn.
Okay.
Oof.
You feel what's happening is these creatures are just starting to swarm in around Aljin and pecking in on him, but his damage is like mentally, like as they're sapping away like these energy off of him. You feel he's stunned while they're swarming around him in his space. He is stunned and can't do anything. You feel like it might need to be a factor in action to pull him out of that. That might be strength required. But that will be their turn as they stay here, swarming around Aljin. You are stunned, Aljin, unfortunately. We will move on to Ludo's turn.
Yeah, Ludo's gonna jump in right beside Aljin, and seeing that his buddy is being attacked by some fish, start spear fishing.
Got him. Yeah, it's like I wanted to use this screen instead of a battle map, so I think this is cooler.
No, yeah.
I don't think movement's really going to matter in the end here.
No.
A 27 to hit.
Yeah, I think that hits the swarm. You're able to pick one out.
Yeah, it's 5 piercing damage. Takes 1 out.
Yeah, you're picking off as damage is happening, and there's no like exact numbers or amount. So that was 5.
Yep. Take another. A 10.
Will miss.
10 misses. Yeah. And then Polearm Master bonus.
You guys do so much damage when you hit. We'll hit.
17. I got another fish, hopefully.
Yep. Picking them down. They're looking pretty damn bloodied. The swarm has definitely reduced like in size by half.
All right, and then just kind of like bolster up beside Aljin, and that's my turn.
All right, we will move on to Morgen. The swarm is still on Aljin.
Okay, Morgan would step into the water and attempt to pull Aljin out of the swarm.
That will be a strength check, so make that an athletics.
Ooh, just a 7.
All right, unfortunately, it's a little hard. The attempt of pulling him out, you will be bitten by the swarm, and they will take you'll take half of that, so you'll take 11 psychic.
As a bonus action, I'll throw a first level healing word on Aljin.
Heal him up with some magic from the Raven Queen to restore that.
As a reaction, can I take that damage instead of Morgan with my Aura of the Guardian?
Allow it. You do not take that damage, Morgan. His Ludo stalwart kind of takes that blow of sorrow psychic damage instead. And you are now beginning to feel, especially your attunement you mentioned already earlier in the game, sorrow-sworn creature. These sorrowfish are feed off of these negative emotions and malevolent presences that lurk here in this abyss, and definitely influenced by this rift and whatever other sorrow-sworn Shadowfell nonsense has been happening here. And you feel Ludo absorb that for you, and that will take us back. Do you have any other bonuses or movement, Morgan? Are you staying in the water?
Yeah, I'll stay in the water.
All right, back to Dagger. You are dry.
Well, not for long. I'm gonna jump back in. You said they're bloodied?
Yeah, they're looking pretty beat up. You see a lot of red in the water.
We'll just try to attack them down. So everybody else is near them. I'm going to use main attack Psychic Blade.
You see these bubbles of blood around Aljin?
Yeah, I see that.
Okay, I have a question real fast about a feat.
Yes.
Elven Accuracy. Whenever you have an advantage... Oh, I don't have... That's not advantage on the attack. Never mind. So it's just 22
Hit.
To hit. I need to do the rolls real fast. 1d6. So they get 2 damage extra. 1d6. And I take, what is it? Rounded down.
Psychic down
So
to 1.
Yeah, so I'll take one damage.
You're the best one to get that.
Yeah, actually, I don't. This will be explained later, but I'm kind of cheesing it at the moment on psychic damage.
People can't see what hasn't been revealed yet. All right.
Yeah.
Any bonuses? That's your first action.
That was the first. Are they still up?
Yes.
I will use my offhand psychic blade.
You just
See,
do
now I'm wondering.
32 points, 33 points of damage in the first attack.
34.
Well, just
34.
24.
Jeez.
And that will be.
I didn't do
9 more.
34.
It was
Yeah,
11
you
plus
did
21 plus 2.
Sneak. With the sneak, you have 11, then you have the sneak attack.
Oh yeah.
And the 2 damage. Jeez.
And the best part, it's all psychic.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys, before this whole module, even when you guys had the wizard in the party, I was running creatures at average hit points. Yeah, that ain't the case anymore. These things are all full, baby.
Okay, so I guess I gotta do the effect again. So 1d6. It takes 2 extra on top of the 9.
Still up, but looking really, really rough and on its way out.
Okay, I take the 2. Man, I should have tried something else. I figured I was gonna get them. Okay, so I'll take the 2.
I mean, your
It's a crap.
first roll is pretty baller. You were
Right.
basically one away from max damage in your first die, or your normal attack, and your sneak attacks pretty above average.
Yeah, I might have had a way to incapacitate the fish for a second. It was risky because it was an all or nothing, save or suck. Anyways, I'm
water?
gonna stay in the water this time.
All right. And I'll be back to the Sorrowfish's turn. Oh, that wasn't a reaction. Oh, well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, pretty much the because right now it'd be Morgan. Are you within melee of the creature right now, or were you have
Yep.
attacked? Okay. Yeah. So it's all three of you are basically it's like Aljin in the middle. And then you two are like around it like this, basically, to be able to attack.
Yeah, it's
Because like both
Probably
of you would have had
accurate.
to have come in from like different sides to more or less like get the advantage to keep attacking. Because Dagger is throwing his daggers, I assume.
I could do either or. Like, I don't have to be in melee to have the same effect.
Mm-hmm.
And the normal range is 60, so even underwater combat
Yeah.
wouldn't matter in this case.
Well, because the fun part is underwater combat rules is not had to have come into effect here. When making a melee weapon attack, a creature that doesn't have swimming speed makes it at a disadvantage unless the weapon's a dagger, a javelin, short sword, spear, or trident. The only weapons that have been being attacked with so far are daggers and spears.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
fine. Even if you're doing ranged, you can only go to the minimal range of your ranged attacks. You can't do the further range unless it's a crossbow net or a weapon that is thrown like a javelin. So your daggers are still able to attack and like be tossed, even in a small space.
Right, yeah. And A, I got a swim speed, and B, the throw range on the psychic daggers are 60, so...
Yeah. I will say Ludo, Morgen, and Aljin, all of you take a wisdom saving throw real quick.
Some saving throw.
13 meets it, beats it.
You guys get a +2 if you're in my aura. Also.
Yes, you are in that paladin aura. Alright, you all spectacularly save that. There is no effect. This thing is going to attempt to recharge. 5, got it back. Aljin, they're staying swarming on you. They smell blood in the water. I'm so sorry, Mr. Sorcerer. You're the first one that
Sorcerer.
entered. They got their blood on you.
Yeah.
They're going to take another desolate drain from you. Each creature in the swarm space, so that's just be you. Another wisdom save from Aljin.
Okay.
So you'll take
Save on that
half
one.
as much. You're not stunned anymore. The stun wore off at the beginning of the
10.
round, and then you will take 10 psychic damage. Wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, on a successful save, you take half. Yep. Okay, you take just the 10. All right, and they just keep swarming in, biting around you, just getting blood in the water, and that is their turn. It is your turn. You can act.
Everything I'm concerned now because if I do some things, because they're like basically around us, completely around us. My friends are too close because I'm basically a sorcerer of electric, and that's about it. I gotta read a feat real fast, or read a thing real fast. Not that one. Not that one.
Ice knife.
Yeah, but normally, yeah.
Kidding.
Knife.
You've already hit me with enough ice knife.
I hit you with a lot of ice knives. I was seeing if it had a, like, I can quicken a spell, and then technically do 2, but I was seeing if it said, like, if I couldn't do it for cantrips, but it just said I can quicken the spells. It doesn't give me anything other
so
than
it's just the general
spell.
rule. You can do a cantrip and a level spell in the same turn,
Yeah.
as long as either of them fall in that action bonus
That
action.
thing, but I'm just going to, you said they're injured. I'm going to just like sort of shake out and get very angry, and like he's rubbing that spot where he had the radium scarring, and he goes into a savage like he's just going to start like scraping at the fish, and as he does, his fingernails grow into these red ruidium looking claws as they come out, and I'm gonna cast Primal Savagery and go after the fish. 28 to hit.
Oof. Big roll.
Yeah. 13
Big
points.
damage.
It says acid, but it's technically not acid, I don't think. I guess it is acid, which is a very weird, for some reason, acid damage. I don't know why.
They
That's
look
a very
on
strange
death door.
thing. Oh, damn it. I was really hoping. That's all I'm going to do. I'm a caster. No, I'm going to just stand there. Hopefully that Ludo will take care of this.
All right.
Sort of nod at Ludo, like in the water, like, you're up.
All right, spearfish again.
All right. They're there. They're swarming.
Oof.
12 will
12
miss.
to hit. All right, swing again. Spear again. 17.
Will hit.
All right, and that's the 9.
All right. 9. How do you do this? You spear. You realize there's only a few fish left, and you're able to aim it up and pretty much get them all in one fell swoop.
Yeah, I think Ludo sees that the few fish left are all about to line up as they swing or as they swim around, and it's almost like the planets aligning perfectly, and he aims his spear thrust and thrusts through like the last remaining and just catches them all on the end of the silver light spear.
Excellent. As you all take a time, the sorrowfish disappear, float down, their corpses to the ground, and now you're in that sunken ruin, this little 30-foot long chamber corridor all alone.
I speak telepathically. Are you okay, sorcerer?
Can we reply telepathically? I don't know how that works.
I take a moment to kind of look at you as you give me a sort of like, how dare you ask me to talk at the dentist look?
Yeah, basically.
And I will speak again. Think what you wish to speak, and we shall hear it. So yes.
Yeah, I'll be like, I'm fine for now. Let's just try to find this thing and just get moving.
Okay. And I think 2 hours might be close to up as well. DM, so
Yeah.
I might have lost that. Okay.
Yeah, I would say that's pretty much by the well, getting close. It's getting really close.
Okay.
Yes, they might still be up for a few more minutes, but because you guys only went through like a few rooms so far.
Okay.
All right. Well, let's press onward.
So, do you guys finish? You look through this little sunken room?
Yeah, looking specifically for that tablet that Galileo was talking about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you go ahead and you're looking and you see kind of lying like on the floor as if like dropped in haste or something like that. It's kind of like floated off like down into a corner where a bunch of like other grit and sediment has been gathering. But you do see it's like a small clay tablet. Say, anyone give me an Arcana check.
Jeez.
If you're
could
proficient
try,
in
or
if you're proficient in Arcana.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not, but I got a 19.
I'm not, but I figured it out.
Okay, well, if Ludo's
I
rolling,
don't know
then
what
go
the
ahead and
hell
roll,
is going
Dagger.
on, but I know what that is.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking for a tablet with magic stuff.
You do know this seems to be a clay tablet. Ludo, you pick up Arcana. There seems to be some magical essence to this. You're probably a little bit not sure how to be able to interpret what it could be, potentially be, but you do know there's magical nature to it, and that seems to be why it's still in a condition it is.
All right. Well, yeah, I'll pick it up and display it to the rest of the party.
Yeah, seems to be what maybe Galacarido was looking for. You see at least like some symbols on the bottom that could be some like runes sequence that like they are describing.
Hey, do you guys know what this could be? Is this the tablet?
It's very likely that it is. You'd have my best guess.
All right. Well, I think Ludo would take the tablet and swim up and bring it up to Galileo.
All right, you all make your way back to the other room, and you bring it up to Galileo. You walk in, you're dripping off, and there's like, oh, wow, you actually pulled that off. Seems like you are useful.
Ah, yes. Well,
yeah.
you know, there were some dangerous fish in there, but
Yeah.
we took care of them and found the tablet.
Yeah, could
Here you are.
could you go ahead and give that here? I've been looking for that.
Yeah. I think Ludo would hand it over.
All right, and they go and like reach their arm out for it. What do you say?
What's the tablet do? What does it do?
Just some nonsense, some like rune sequencing, sigil stuff. It's just some sigil sequences will help me figure out what I need.
Insight check.
Yeah, Ludo wants to insight too. When Aljin asks that, he kind of like hangs onto the tablet a little bit
Yeah,
tighter.
so, yeah, good. It was insight. Anyone else doing insight?
Yeah, we may as well. Morgan's good at this.
I pick up the vibes.
If you think your character might be something suspicious, Aljin seems fairly on the up and up. It's like a researcher really is just like waiting for it. Ludo and Dagger, it seems a little odd how insistent she is on getting that back. With that 25 insight, Morgen, you notice, with your also really high perception passive, as they go to reach out and grab that tablet, what you were mistaking earlier, you thought they were just, their body was covered in all these red scars and like open wounds from the attack, but Ludo's healed that up, and she's had time to clear that up. You still see red rash on her arm. And she is grabbing and like pulling the tablet out of Ludo's hand now. Or at least attempting to.
I think I would confront her a little bit. Just, I don't think you've been quite straight with us. Care to explain a little bit more before we let go of a relic that could be priceless?
Yeah, Ludo grips onto it tighter.
All right, go ahead and make an athletics check. Ludo.
13.
16. She snatches it out of your hand. She says, "And who are you to be questioning me like this?"
Someone who's not riddled with red rash on their arms.
And she kind of recoils back and she's like, "What do you mean by that?"
Take a look at yourself, dear. It's all over you.
No, these were just attacks from the sharks out before. I mean, look out to the east. You see those red veins, it's everywhere. And anything you try to do, you're going to get infected by it. That's why I've been staying away from everyone.
When Morgan brings up the red rash, and do I see that?
As it's been pointed out, you all now see that Morgan's pointed it out.
I loosen my sleeve so that you could actually see the arm underneath. You should be able to see similar markings on my arm, but they're in a pattern, almost as if it's a tattoo. And I show both the party and the elf that and I shake my head no. I'll telepathically tell the people, this one's different. But you're correct to fear them.
Yeah, you definitely see the telltale signs of Ruidium. And as that happens, she's going to look around and just be like, "Guess it only had to come to this." And she's going to begin casting a spell. And we're going to roll initiative again.
Select my token. Get that initiative.
I'm so bad at rolling initiative.
Oh yeah, that actually all came up in perfect order.
I mean, look at that.
So,
Wow.
here we are. She begins casting a spell, but she rolled really bad on initiative. We're not going to do this combat now at midnight. I think we're going to end the session right here at this confrontation. There seems to be no
Can we,
recourse. Yes.
Can do we know what she's trying to cast, or am I able to discern?
It pretty much, that was her beginning to initiate a combat, and we will get into what is begin seeing cast.
Okay.
You're not sure of the spell, but she is casting a spell. That spell effect will take place, and then combat will begin. I just figured before I started getting into what is happening with the spell and what's in initiative order, I would get our numbers in. Yeah.
Are we gonna get a chance to have any reactions at the beginning of next session?
If anyone has reactions that can be used in reaction to a spell being cast, then yes.
Okay.
So if you have a reaction right now, like, "Hey, I knocked that out of the air," then say so.
I mean, Maybe.
Yeah, because I was gonna say before I start saying, "Hey, this starts happening," and then we'll get back to it next week. I was just gonna start describing the action of the spell cast at the beginning of the next session, because you don't know what spell she's casting without anyone taking a reaction Arcana check.
Well. Waiting to see what Morgan is saying. I see the typing.
Yeah, I thought about getting Mage Hunter, but I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll say this will be the window to
Well.
announce any counter spells.
Alright, well, Ludo's going to notice a spell being cast and counterspell.
It is a third level spell. It is knocked right out of the air. No roll required.
Boom.
You don't even know what she was casting.
Woo!
And with that,
Watch.
now I have to do a lot less narration work at the beginning of next session, so that's fucking dope for me.
Alright, cool.
And with that, I think we will end the session here. Combat ready. I think you have found the spy that has been mentioned in before.
Sorry.
Once again, I'm Jasili I'm Jasili for Jasili Games. I hope everyone had fun, and like, subscribe, tell me what you want below. I don't know. How does this work? Bye.